graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
What is going on, everybody? Hopefully y'all are doing well. Why is our audio low? 1 second. 1 second. Hold up. 1 sec. Our audio is low. Let's change that. Sound. Okay, that's better. There we go. See, I was testing out my audio levels. All right, we are all good. We're all good to go. What's up, everybody? How you all doing? What's good? Yes. Oh, it feels so good to be back on Play-by-Play with JJ. We were filling in for Philly Teague with RB. Shout out to him. Thanks again so much for the opportunity, my boy. He is great. All right. I'm looking at my phone, okay, because I have been told from Kyle Neubeck and from other people within the Sixers organization. I personally haven't been told, I'm sorry. But on Twitter, they posted that KJ Martin is now not playing tonight because the Sixers are trading him. They haven't discussed yet as to what's going on specifically, so I'm sort of looking at my phone to keep up to date with what's going on and if he does get traded and when he does as well. I saw that Kevin Durant is listed as out tonight with an ankle injury, and I'm curious because Kevin Durant has been publicly posted on the trading block if there is something to do with that. If we can get Kevin Durant to Philadelphia, I would be so happy with that. But I'm just, I might be dreaming here. But something I think is going to go down within the first quarter of this game. So I'm keeping my eyes on that. We had another trade that happened, though, today, and that was that Quentin Grimes got traded to the Philadelphia 76ers. The trade was between the Sixers and the Mavericks, who they are playing tonight. Sixers are playing Dallas. Quentin Grimes is going to Philly, and he is actually suited up, and I think he is available to play in tonight's game. And they traded Caleb Martin in the deal, and they also ended up getting a second-round draft pick back in the deal as well. So then it was their own second-round draft pick. I like the trade. I think it's a very nice trade between the both of these teams. But yes, so a lot of stuff going on right now. We have to talk about X's and O's, but I am staring at my phone because we were just told that KJ Martin is not playing in tonight's game, and the word is that he's getting traded. So that is what's going on right now. As far as the Grimes trade goes, let's talk about that for a little bit, all right? So Grimes, a very nice player, okay? A guy who spent some time with the New York, I almost said the New York Yankees. That's how distracted I am. With the New York Knicks. He's had a pretty good season, a very good three-point shooter. We've had problems this year with this team when it comes to the guards. We've been looking at Kyle Lowry and Eric Gordon and Reggie Jackson as our other guards besides Tyrese Maxey, and that's a recipe for failure. So now we get a guard who is still young. He's 5 years younger than Caleb is. He's a very nice defender on the wing, sort of like a DeAnthony Melton type of a guy, and he's healthier. And so I'm hoping that the Sixers do try to keep him for the long haul. I know that he still is on his rookie contract, but the Sixers got him for cheaper. This also means that the Sixers are also going to be able to pay Yabusele, which is very, very good news, and they'll be able to keep him involved for the next couple of years or so and give him some money, because now this puts them in the first apron of the salary cap rather than tax them for a very high tax. So now I'm on board with keeping Gershon Yabusele, and I'm happy that we ended up getting this deal done. It sucks. Yes, I understand that Caleb Martin was a guy who, we got during the offseason, and we actually got him relatively cheap. Remember the whole deal with him and his agent, and they just could not figure anything out, and finally the Sixers were able to get him. He hasn't had a healthy year. The Mavericks have made it clear ever since they traded away Luka Doncic, and they wanted to go after Anthony Davis for rim protecting and also just for scoring. They thought that defense, the whole thing by Nico Harrison, who's their GM, he said, quote, "Defense is what wins championships." And Daryl Morey did a good job at getting his draft pick back, his second-round draft pick, and he gets a guy who's younger, a guy that can score, a guy that can shoot the three, and that can give Kyle Lowry and Reggie Jackson some rest, because you got to play the younger guys. And he's young, and he can put the ball on the floor, and I like this move a lot. I do. I'm hoping that we would be able to keep him for, not just a one-year rental, but we'd have to have some money to also extend him as well. But first, now we can obviously pay Gershon, which is big. I want us to be able to keep him. I said that before that I wanted them on the trade block. This team just keeps moving me back and forth with things because they changed the whole narrative. That's just who they are. They changed the whole narrative of how basketball is played in this city. So I'm on board for keeping him and paying this guy. I wanted to try to see if we can get some really good trade value. If there's something that we just can't resist, then unfortunately you have to bite the bullet and do it, because not everybody on this team is untouchable. There's only one guy to me that is untouchable right now, and that is Tyrese Maxey. That's it. Everybody else is on the board. Everybody else is on the block. I love Jared McCain, but if we get a deal that we just cannot resist and Jared McCain has to go, you got to do the deal. But going back to this whole trade, Grimes, a very nice player who will fit alongside Tyrese Maxey and also extends this window of Maxey and McCain to a longer haul, and I like that moving forward. So those are really just my whole takes on it. I saw that RB and that DJ were live before. They were talking a little bit more about salary caps and all that type of stuff. But I just think from a basketball perspective, it's a good move, and I'm happy that Daryl Morey got on board to do it. The Mavericks, it makes sense for them. They're in a win-now mode. They think that they can do this with Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis, and so they're looking for forwards and guys who have playoff championship experience or just deep playoff experience, and that's what Caleb Martin brings to the table. Unfortunately, he couldn't stay healthy with us. He had a shoulder injury. He played 15 of the 35 games here in Philadelphia, which is really not much. And so I don't know when he's even going to be able to come on back. But, again, you get somebody that's younger, you get somebody that's cheaper, and you get to pay Gershon Yabusele. And it's a win-win. I think it's a win-win, as long as you're able to keep him for the future moving forward. Now, again, I'm looking at my phone because we are going to have another trade incoming because KJ Martin is being held out for tonight's game. We just got the word, and we're trying to see what's going on. So KJ was supposed to return tonight. Joel Embiid, by the way, is back for the Sixers in tonight's game. Still no Paul George, but yes, a lot to unpack here for sure. The Sixers are taking on the Dallas Mavericks. Now, there is no Anthony Davis. They're missing two other guys as well. But Kyrie Irving is out there. Dante Exum is playing. Klay Thompson's over at the 3. Kessler Edwards is at the 4. And they got Daniel Gafford at the 5. So Embiid is back out there for tonight's game. Tyrese Maxey, Kelly Oubre Jr., Justin Edwards, and Gershon Yabusele are out there too for the Sixers. My theory is that because KJ Martin is now not playing in tonight's game, Paul George is getting traded. That's what I think is going to happen. And I don't think it's a coincidence that Kevin Durant is sitting out in tonight's game either. I don't. I think something's going to happen and something weird is going to happen as this game goes on. And that's why we're looking at our phones as we do this. If we get Kevin Durant, I'm throwing a parade. And if we get rid of Paul George for Kevin Durant, I'm throwing a parade. I will be so happy if that does happen. That is a home run deal. Daryl Morey can honestly just throughout the rest of the year, man, I will owe Daryl Morey 1,000 apologies. I will be celebrating if we somehow, someway get KD. It's probably not going to happen, but I don't see it as a coincidence either that KD is sitting out. The Suns have officially put him on the trade block, and I think that something crazy is going to happen during this game tonight. Again, KJ Martin was supposed to return. He is not out there, but yes. The KD press conference with the Sixers this week is going to hit crazy, says Aiden Laporta. Aiden is hoping for this to happen, too. Drew Hanlon says, buckle up, man. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, my gosh. Please. Please, please, please. Get us KD. Please. Let's say goodbye to Paul George. Oh, it'd be so great. So the Sixers are now eligible to pay Gershon Yabusele, the non-tax payer MLE of $14.45 million per year. That is good news. That is great news. John, what's going on? I'm picturing JJ in his convertible lowrider with the girls. Oh, what's going on, man? With the bada bing, bada boom. Yes, sir. I can't wait for Sunday, man. I cannot wait for Sunday. I'm going to be even more excited tonight if the Sixers find a way to move on from Paul George and get Kevin Durant. Please. I don't know. What's going on? Nurse says that Yabusele. Wait, all right. Did we have a trade go down? Did it officially go down yet? Did it officially go down? No. Nothing has officially gone down yet. Nothing has officially gone down yet. Okay. All right, I will be looking at my phone. So the Sixers are updating KJ Martin to out with the trade pending. That is what's going on right now. Let's talk about this game, though, because guess what? The Sixers are playing a game against the Dallas Mavericks. Joel Embiid is back out there in the lineup for tonight's game. And I want to hear your thoughts about this, because part of me is like, well, the Sixers have actually played really well as a team without Joel Embiid and without Paul George. And how is this going to mess with the chemistry that they've been able to develop with the younger guys? So, I don't know. I have no clue. I am curious to see. I'm curious to see how this does impact them moving forward. But I think that when you look at Joel Embiid and when you look at the rest of the Sixers team, I still don't think that they have enough to compete to even make it into the play-in tournament moving forward. But that could all change tonight. It could. It really could. I like the Quentin Grimes move. I think that helps them moving forward. I do. But in regards to the now mode, we need to see how things unfold throughout these next two games and possibly tonight. He says, I hate when people tweet cryptic stuff out when a trade or a move is about to be announced. Man. I don't like it when trades go on in between games. I've never been a fan of that. But I'll tell you this, if a big move does happen, we're partying. We are partying tonight. Sixers Nation will be partying tonight if they make a major, major move. But yeah, interesting trade deadline for sure so far. Unexpected. How do we feel about the Luka Doncic move? I don't think it makes any sort of sense as to why Dallas moved on from him. I think that it was really bizarre. The Lakers took an opportunity that they thought would actually be really good for their franchise moving forward. I don't know how he fits with LeBron James. Obviously, they're looking forward to the future and that type of stuff. But it's just been a very wild NBA trade deadline. And I am all for it, man. I'm definitely all for it. So, yeah. Mike Sports Vibes is here. What's going on, Mike? We're back on the channel tonight, man. We were filling in for Philly Take with RB. And now we're back. We are back in action for tonight's game. But yes. So here we go. We'll say the starting lineups for tonight's game again. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell icons as well. And that way you will know when we go live. So this is Embiid's first game back since January 4th. He's missed a lot of time, and he is back out there for the first time in a month. So it should be a good game between the both of these teams. My keys for tonight's game, guys. My keys for tonight's game. Let's go over the keys, bro. Let's go over the keys. So I'm going to say this, man. I'm going to say this, all right? We need to, not blow a 26-point lead. I don't care how many guys are missing. You can't blow a 26-point lead. It just can't happen. Can't do that. Doesn't matter how hot they are from three. You can't blow a 26-point lead. I'm going to say it again and again and again. But yes, we need to just play really well on the defensive side, guard the passing lanes, and really try to take Kyrie Irving out of this game. I mean, we don't have to worry about Anthony Davis tonight. I think that we should start double-teaming Kyrie. I do. I think that we should go out there and take Kyrie Irving out of the game first and just try to get Joel Embiid involved and be able to get him in the pick and roll. That's how I feel with how this team should roll tonight. Get Joel Embiid involved in the pick and roll action. Give him the ball. Have him get fouled because nobody on this Dallas team can stop him. So That's the way that I feel with this game. I also want Tyrese Maxey to get going in the first quarter as well. It would be nice for Joel Embiid to get going early on, and I think that we got to do that, but I also feel like Tyrese Maxey needs to get going too. If Maxey and Embiid can each get you like 12 points in the first quarter, good night. Good night to Dallas. And that's how I feel. But how do you guys feel going into this game? What are your thoughts about this NBA trade deadline so far? And do you believe that Quentin Grimes was a good trade piece for the Philadelphia 76ers to snag? Would you have done it for Caleb Martin? Let me know what your thoughts are down below. JJ, well done on RB stream. Well done. Even though that was horrible after being up by 20 plus. Dude, I can't understand like why I'm listening to other people, talk about this team. And they're like, we were missing Embiid. We were missing Paul George. We were missing Andre Drummond. We were missing Caleb Martin and KJ Martin. And there was no Jared McCain. I don't care who you have out there. You had a 26-point lead. Was it against one of the best teams in the NBA? Yes. But that's no excuse. That's no excuse. I don't care if you had 6 guys out there. You blew a 26-point lead. But that's in the past. That's in the past. And I'm ready to move on. Who starts between Yabu and Council? Oh, Gershon Yabusele's in the lineup for tonight's game. Sixers are favored to win against the Mavericks. They're at minus 175 according to the money line. And Dallas is at plus 145. I don't know who he is, but if you say it's good, I trust you. Yeah, it's a nice deal. And Yabusele, again, is going to get paid. So this sort of opens up the salary, the cap space for him to get an extension for next year. So that's nice. And Quentin Grimes is 5 years younger than Caleb. And this is a guy who actually did pretty well for the New York Knicks and has had a nice year for the Dallas Mavericks, shooting about 40% from 3. Is a nice little guard who can play defense. He's athletic. And he can come off the bench and give you some good minutes. So now no more of the Kyle Lowry, Reggie Jackson minutes. Some of that stuff now is going to get eaten up with Quentin Grimes, a guy that's younger, more versatile, and is actually a basketball player. So that's how I look at it. And let's just hope that the Sixers can extend him after this year and that he plays well. So we'll just have to wait and see. All right. So the starting lineup for tonight's Philadelphia 76ers game. Let's get going. All right. So let's take a look at the starting lineup. So for the Dallas Mavericks, it's Kyrie Irving, it's Dante Exum, Klay Thompson, Kessler Edwards, and Daniel Gafford. And for the Philadelphia 76ers, it'll be Tyrese Maxey, Kelly Oubre Jr., Justin Edwards, Gershon Yabusele, and Joel Embiid. So they decided to go with a very athletic lineup in tonight's game, and I like that. Deshaun Jackson just rang the bell for the Philadelphia 76ers. Former Eagles player and Delaware State University head coach for their football team, so congratulations to him. That's pretty cool. Love it when he is out there in Philadelphia. The Blue Jays, I saw in baseball that they signed Max Scherzer. I saw that, and I also saw that the Baltimore Orioles picked up Ramon Laureano today. If you're a baseball fan like me, just wanted to throw that out there too. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. And turn on the notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when we go live. We might be up late tonight because of this trade deadline, and we'll just see how it goes. We are going to be live on Thursday afternoon for the last couple of hours for the NBA trade deadline. We might be on tomorrow as well, depending on how things go. I was going to go live earlier, and then I thought, there might be other moves coming. And I thought, all right, I'll wait this out, and then we'll talk about this when we're about ready to go live for the game. So, that's that was sort of my mindset when I was coming into tonight's game. I just wanted to try to, just let things breathe a little bit, unless it was like a very big splash. But this is a good start by Daryl Morey. Nice start, and hopefully it leads to bigger and better things. You get a second-round draft pick back, too. Like, you get an asset back. You get your own draft pick back from this. So, good job by Daryl to capitalize on this. And he did it really soon, honestly. You know? Luka Doncic gets traded. It's a blockbuster trade for Dallas, and they're just coming to town, and Daryl wasn't sleeping on the job. He was like, you know what? I'm going to try to get somebody who's a little bit younger, somebody who's athletic, and somebody that can sort of help us build for this new window. I got to be happy with that. I can't be upset about that right now. Let's refresh this. Again, don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. Looking at the phone, fingers crossed. Sounds like the Sixers are weighing multiple options for KJ Martin with a deal expected to be completed by tomorrow, says Jake Fisher. Interesting. Jake Fisher, of course, covers the Philadelphia 76ers with the Stein line, and is also somebody who works for Bleacher Report and covers the 76ers on there. But, dude, according to Vivid Seats, we can go to the game now for $3. Even though it's just about ready to start. So Andre Drummond's out with a toe injury. Paul George still dealing with his pinky problem. Kyle Lowry's out with a hip injury. Eric Gordon is still out with a knee injury. And those are all the injuries for the Sixers, along with Jared McCain. And Anthony Davis is out with an abdominal injury. Still no Derek Lively for them. He's been out for a little bit of time. So it should be a fun one between the both of these teams. They're showing a graphic of when Quentin Grimes and Tyrese Maxey were on the U18 USA basketball team. And it's pretty cool to see the both of them together. Not an athlete, but I feel like this team is kind of soft, says Denbrew. Tell you what, they've gotten a lot more balls ever since they played in Denver. They have. Now the question is, can they continue to play with the same sort of fire that they've been playing with Joel Embiid and potentially Paul George coming back? Paul George obviously not bad today, but Embiid is. All right, tip-off underway. Daniel Gafford will tip things off with Joel Embiid, and here it is. It goes into Dallas's hand. I say Denver. I meant to say Dallas. Here's a drive over towards the basket, and that one is good, and Dallas already leads it 2-0. First time that Joel and Justin Edwards get to start together, which is very interesting. Embiid will dribble over from right to left. He lost the ball, but it was last touched by Kyrie Irving. So it was Dante Exum who made the 2 for Dallas. Sixers going from right to left. They're in their blue and white uniforms. Maxey off of a screen puts up a 2 over Kyrie Irving, and he can't get it to go. Gershon Yabusele and Joel Embiid out there. Embiid is at the 5, and Yabu is at the 4. Edwards hands it off over to Kyrie Irving, who crosses over towards his right side. He's on the right wing. He steps inside the three-point line, takes it over towards the cup. Can't make the layup. Rebound deflected off of Edwards' hands, and it goes to Irving. Irving trying to get the assist on a 3 by Klay Thompson. No good. And Klay wanted a whistle there. It was good defense by Oubre. Sixers got the rebound. Maxey is over at the foul line, and now is to pass it over to Embiid, and Embiid will give it back to Maxey. A bounce pass to Embiid, and Embiid puts up a three, but they're not going to count it. They're going to call another foul on, or they're going to actually call a kick ball violation on Dallas. What's up, Goat Mike? How you doing, my friend? Goat Mike here in the chat. What's up, my guy? Shout out to you. You're more than welcome to drop your channel down below, man. Embiid with a step back three, or a two, that is, and he got it to go. He spinned, he turned, and he hit a fadeaway, too, from the near corner inside the three-point line. And Dallas has the ball as they go from left to right. Irving gets the handoff pass over from Dante Exum, and Irving tries to float it up and in, and he gets the friendly roll right at the foul line. He just put it up with the right hand. Maxey and the Sixers will try to respond. Tyrese Maxey gives it back to Embiid. Embiid takes a couple of jab steps, hands it back off to Maxey. Maxey gets double-teamed. He swings it around the timeline. Edwards will try to go to the baseline and hit a reverse layup, and he can't get it. Justin Edwards was wide open, could not hit the reverse layup with the left hand, and Dallas on the break. Here is Exum with a two. Yes, sir. 6-2 Dallas. And Dante Exum already with 2 buckets. 2 for 2 he is from the field with 2 runners. Embiid wants to try to take it towards the cup. He lays it up and in, and he gets tripped up, and he got it, though. It is 5-on-4 basketball. All right, there's Kessler Edwards over at the top of the key, and he dumps it back off over to Kyrie Irving. Embiid does get back out there into the picture. Irving will try to hit a Euro step and pass it back over to Klay Thompson. Thompson tries to throw back to Irving, and it's stolen by Oubre. Oubre with a layup, and it gets blocked and rejected by Dante Exum. Exum trying to think about going for a three and then decides to go up with a floater inside, and Yabusele gets the board. Edwards will try to take it from coast to coast. He dumps it back off to Yabusele, and Yabusele hits the two, and he goes to the line for one more. So I thought maybe Edwards should have just taken that, but he decided to be a little bit unselfish, and he'll try to go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. Benj is here. What's up, Benj? How are you doing, my friend? Yabusele with the foul shots. Got it to go.
Excellent.
And that makes it 7-6. Philadelphia out in front by 1. Yabusele with an and one opportunity. Capitalize. Exum tries to drive it towards the lane. Rejected by Embiid. It is 7-6. The ball does go out of bounds. Joel Embiid gets the block over on the other side. And they ended up calling a shooting foul on Justin Edwards. And Exum will head to the foul line for a couple of foul shots. The first one is good, and we have a tie ball game at 7 apiece. We're keeping our eyes on this whole KJ Martin situation. So KJ was ruled as probable to play in tonight's game, and then was listed as out 15 minutes before game time, and the Sixers are trading him and trying to involve him in the trade package. That's the word. Embiid with a foul line jumper and one. So Joel Embiid pulls up from 14 feet. Tyrese Maxey gets the assist. And we have an and one opportunity. Daniel Gafford, a guy who's played Joel Embiid so many times as a Washington Wizard, not so happy about this matchup, and Embiid will try to get one more at the foul line. Love this. All right. And the foul shot by Embiid. It is good.
Excellent.
All right. Count the bucket. 10-8. Sixers up by 2. And Edwards, Gafford, Irving, Thompson, and Exum out there for Dallas. A missed 3 by Klay Thompson, and Yabusele catches the miss. Maxey will dump it inside to Embiid. He says, go to work, big fella. He dumps it back off to Maxey. Maxey swings it around the timeline. Edwards for three at the top of the perimeter. And it's a little bit wide. Exum comes away with his second rebound of the ball game. Here's a little dump-off pass that goes over to Daniel Gafford. And we have a charge called on Daniel Gafford. They actually called offensive goaltending. And it'll be Sixers ball. So Kyle Neubeck just said, here's what I've got on KJ Martin for PHLY. He says, where he's headed is still fluid, but expect financial flexibility to be the headline of whatever return the Sixers do get. Maxey with a layup inside. Got it. Dallas trying to respond. Irving at the perimeter on the far right wing. Now tries to drive it inside. Can't get it. And we have a foul called on Kelly Oubre. So it's 12-8. Philadelphia is up by 4. Embiid so far in this game, 7 points. He's 3 for 3 from the field. Looks so far so good. And Irving is at the line. And the foul shot is no good by Kyrie Irving, a guy who's been a very good foul shooter throughout his career. Now 32 years old, former Blue Devil. Played for Duke and was the first overall pick by Cleveland back in 2011. This is now his third season with the Dallas Mavericks, averaging about 24.5 points per game this year, along with 4.5 assists and 4.5 rebounds as well. He does sink the second foul shot. It makes it a 3-point ball game. Guy who's shooting 90% this year from the foul line. Has done a very good job as a foul shooter throughout his entire career, shooting 88.5%. Maxey gets it for the Sixers. He'll throw it over to Embiid, and Embiid tries to throw it to Oubre down low, and Oubre was not anticipating the pass, and it goes out of bounds. And we have a timeout called by Nick Nurse and the Philadelphia 76ers, I believe. There is a timeout called on the floor. And so we have a break in the action with 6:57 to go in quarter number 1. Fantastic start for Joel Embiid. He's up to 7 points. He's shooting 3 for 3 from the field, and he's honestly moving really well. He has a lot of pep in his step. You know, he's jogging. He's hitting some good shots. He's taking it to the cup. I was thinking maybe he was going to dunk it the first time he went out there, and he had a little bit of space on Gafford, who was guarding him, I believe it was. But I'm happy that he just laid it up and he didn't try to do anything too fancy, because that's not what you want. Houston to Dave is here. What's going on, man? Takes a seat in Philly's special VIP seats in JJ section. What is up, my friend? We got 22 concurrent viewers on here. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. Sorry that the scoreboard wasn't working. Y'all got to update me on that, man. I finally just updated it, and we're all good. Paul Hudrill says, clunky start for both teams here. Not surprising given Joel Embiid's return. I think that they've actually played pretty well so far. I'm happy with how Joel Embiid has been utilized in this game. And I said, get him involved in the pick and roll action. That's what they've done. Maxey's gotten 3 assists from it. And I think that's good. Nobody on this Mavericks team can stop Joel. And this is a good matchup for him to return to. Got 22 concurrent viewers. What's going on, Banj? How are you, my friend? We got 6 on the vertical stream. I'm thinking about stopping those streams, not going to lie. But we'll just wait and see. We got the Super Bowl on Sunday. We got another Sixers game tomorrow. We got the trade deadline on Thursday. We got another Sixers game on Friday. And we got another Sixers game on Sunday. So we got a very, very busy week for sure. Sixers basketball, Flyers hockey in the Super Bowl this weekend. Life is good in Philly. Yes, it is. Flyers need to be playing better, though, and they need to get goals. They play tonight at 9 o'clock. They play Utah. Should be a interesting matchup. So the Sixers were the ones who called a timeout. Max Christie will step on in for the first time as a Dallas Maverick, along with Kessler Edwards, who's back out there. Embiid loses the ball as he gets the rebound off of Edwards' missed three. And we have a personal foul called on Kessler. There's Anthony Davis over on the sidelines. AD has had a very good year for the LA Lakers. Sixers have Oubre cut back door, and he makes the little how do you do, and the Sixers lead it by 5. 14-9, Joel Embiid with the apple. As of this writing, it's unclear where exactly KJ is heading, with a resolution on that front expected as soon as Wednesday morning. So we have a Kyrie Irving offensive foul called, and it'll be Sixers ball. What is up, bench? The odds now for the Sixers, they're at minus 320 on the ESPN bet money line, and the Mavericks are at plus 230. 14-9, Sixers up by 5. Maxey gets a screen set by Embiid. Embiid gets the ball knocked loose and actually lost the ball. It's stolen back by Dallas. There's a little shot that goes up, and we have a foul called on Tyrese Maxey. So Max Christie is the one who stole it off of Joel Embiid and actually hit off of his foot, and that was Joel's fault. But Christie will head to the line. Big Rod, what's up? How are you doing, my guy? First foul shot is no good by Max Christie, so he misses the first foul shot. Guy who was drafted by the Lakers back in 2022. He's only 21 years old, went to Michigan State College, 6 feet 5 inches tall, and he had 15 points in his last game, which was on February 1st, and he does hit the second foul shot to make it now 14-10. All right. Where are my emojis in the chat? Where are my emojis in the chat? Oubre hands it off over to Embiid. Embiid back to Oubre, who tries to go down over towards the baseline and hits a reverse layup. And the Sixers back up by 6. Mavs haven't scored a field goal in 4 minutes. Irving with a foul line jumper connects. Kyrie Irving with 3 points. Or actually give him 5 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 personal foul as well. Yabusele in between the circles as the Sixers go from right to left. Maxey thought about taking the 3, dumps it off to Embiid. Embiid with a pass down low to Oubre, rejected by Gafford. Oubre still gets it back, though. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Maxey lets it fly for 3, and it's a little bit short. It was contested. Good job by Kyrie Irving on the defensive side. Outlet pass from Irving over to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie to Christie. Good ball movement by Dallas. And Dallas now has Najee Marshall out there. He gets involved in the offense. Dinwiddie for a tray. Money. Spencer Dinwiddie, a Sixers killer ever since he was a Brooklyn Net. And the Sixers down by 1. Maxey with a behind-the-back bounce pass over to Embiid. Good ball movement again by Philadelphia. They're swinging around the timeline. Edwards tries to play peekaboo, and he tries to pass it to Oubre, and it gets deflected off the hands of Dinwiddie. Not bad. Thank you. How are you? I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty good. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell icons as well. Embiid will come out, and he will take a seat on the bench. And Ricky Council, the 4th, will come on in. So they're going to slide Yabu over towards the center position. 3 points and 3 rebounds by Gershon in this outing so far. Daniel Gafford will also sub out. And Kyler Kelly, who was involved in the Anthony Davis-Luka Doncic trade, is playing in his first couple of minutes as a Dallas Maverick. Maxey gets the inbound pass, lays it up, and lays it in. 18-15, Philadelphia still in the driver's seat as we speak. Irving can tie it with a 3 here. Here he does. He tries to go for the tie. Can't do it. And he flopped. Oubre got the rebound. Maxey trying to take it to the lane. And Dallas does a good job at making them go back out to the three-point line. Edwards for three. Bingo! He sinks it from the top of the key, and the Sixers finally have their first tray today. Irving with a finish inside, and we have a foul called on Philadelphia. And I think it's going to be on Gershon Yabusele. So Joel Embiid so far, he is back out there today for the Sixers. 7 points for him. He's looked pretty good in this game in just his first 5 minutes. Aiden Laporta said, quote, the KJ trade is going to end up being a salary dump. The Sixers are only $472K under the first apron, which makes them eligible to sign Yabu to the non-taxpayer MLE, but they want more money to be able to sign Justin Edwards to an actual NBA contract because he's on a two-way deal. And that would make sense, too. It would. It'd be great to get KD, though. I ain't gonna lie. Irving with the foul shot. The first one is good, and the second one is good as gold as well. Reggie Jackson will come on in for the Sixers. It's Jackson, Council, Maxey, Edwards, and Yabusele. Sixers decide to go small. Maxey in between the circles. Here's a foul line floater with the right hand. Yes, sir. And that makes it 23-17. The ball gets volleyballed into the hands of Kyrie Irving at the Chevrolet sign. Irving tries to kick it out to a wide-open three-point shooter. That's Max Christie. And the Assassinator able to hit a three from the near wing from 26 feet. 23-20. Maxey again steps back, lets it fly for three, and he responds. 26-20, and Maxey with his first tray tonight. Irving at the elbow, golfs it outside over to Dinwiddie. And now Christie will on a drive towards the lane. Jackson tries to poke it away, and it goes into the hands of a Dallas Maverick who hits a three, and that's Spencer Dinwiddie. Just an unlucky bounce by the Sixers, and it's back to a three-point ball game, 26-23. Sixers still out in front. Maxey off the screen for another three-pointer. It's short and rebounded by Najee Marshall, who hasn't scored a bucket today, the 27-year-old who's in his fourth season in the NBA. Little floater inside is no good. And we have a timeout called by Dallas. It's a shooting foul called on Ricky Council the fourth. And I think Marshall is going to head over to the line for not one, but two foul shots. And the Sixers will be back in a flash. I'm going to take a very, very quick step off. Don't go anywhere. Be right back. All right, we're back. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe as well. And turn on the notification bell icons as well, and that way you'll know when we go live. What's up, Big Rud? I like the YouTube format, says Easy Up Gamers. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, if you enjoy the vertical, let me know. I like... The only thing I like about the vertical is that it's a lot easier to cut shorts from that. It's not so easy to do it from this angle. I mean, it's easy, but it cuts it off, you know, with the horizontal, because it's not 16 by 9. It's 9 by 16. So, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. And turn on those notification bell icons too. So the first foul shot by Najee Marshall goes down the drain. And this is not working. The second foul shot is good. And it's back to a 1-point ball game with 2:25 to go in the first. Jackson, Bona, Council, Maxey, and Edwards out there. Bona outside over to Council. Council with a layup. He got it to go. Job by Ricky Council, the fourth, to be able to hit the layup. Now it's Irving, or Dinwiddie, that is, who dumps it off over to Kyrie Irving. And there's a three that's a little bit short. And Maxey saves the basketball from going out of bounds. All right, let's see if this Ninja Chat works now. Maxey on the drive towards the basket. He makes it look so easy with the finger roll finish. That puts the Sixers up by 5 points. Maxey's in the chat. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Irving trying to bat down his defender, and that's Reggie Jackson. A turnaround two, swish. He got it. And it's a 3-point lead for Philadelphia. 30 points to 27 points. Dallas down by 3. Maxey at the elbow. Anola pass to Council for a far-corner three. Bang! Council able to knock it down from the pond. And the Sixers up by 6 points. Irving catches, lights up one from 3-point range and can't get it. And then Bona with the rebound, however, is called for a loose ball foul with about 1 minute and 5 seconds to go. The Sixers so far in this game, a very good shooting night by them so far. They're shooting 50% from 3. They're 3 for 6 as a team from downtown. And also have done a very good job on the glass. They only have 7 rebounds, but it really seems like that they're doing a good job boxing out and just making very good plays offensively speaking when you look at their schematics. First foul shot is missed by Kyler Kelly, who's played about 16.5 minutes per game this year and has averaged just a little bit over 5.5 points. He missed the first foul shot. The second foul shot is a charm. And it's a 5-point lead for the Sixers. Dallas cuts it from 6 to 5. Jackson dumps it off over to Maxey before he gets into the Sixers front court. And Maxey crosses on over a couple of times. Dumps it off to Bona. Another dump-off pass to Jackson. A lot of dump-off passes here. Let's try to get everybody else involved. Jackson moves the ball to Edwards for a far corner three. Again! He got it! The second tray by Justin Edwards from the far corner. Irving for 3. No. The ball gets battered around and it lands in the hands of Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie in stride for a tray. That's no good. Another offensive rebound by Dallas. Irving will try to lay it up and in. Can't get it. And another offensive rebound. That's the 4th one on this possession. Irving for 3. And finally, Kyrie Irving able to hit it from 27 feet. So that took them about 4 opportunities to be able to cash in, and the Sixers just could not get a rebound. And Maxey will get fouled with about 8.8 seconds to go in this first quarter. There's Jason Kidd, who is the head coach for the Dallas Mavericks. Not so happy about the trade that went down with Luka Doncic. That's 36 to 31. So Joel Embiid will come back in for Adem Bona. Kessler Edwards will substitute for Kyrie Irving, and Dante Exum and Daniel Gafford are also going to sub on in for Kyler Kelly and for Spencer Dinwiddie. So Maxey will be the inbounder over at the scorer's table, and Maxey is going to have to pass it to Embiid. He'll hand it back off over to Maxey. 5 seconds left. Shot clock's on blood. Maxey to Edwards, or Jackson, that is. Jackson with the clock winding down. He has to try to hit a turnaround jumper, and it's no good. Not a good play call by the Sixers. Good defense, though, by Exum. And that'll wrap up quarter number 1. Quarter number 2 coming into action in just a little bit. As the Sixers, they lead it by 5. 36-31 is the score of this game so far. We got 15 concurrent viewers on here again. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel as well. And hit that notification bell icons. And that way you'll know when we go live. Maxey in the first quarter, 11 points and 5 assists in this game. And that's what you want from your star player. Maxey has it going on so far. Embiid looks good. Looks good right now. Let's get the win. Let's go. What are your takeaways from that first quarter? Please let us know down below. Had a quiet chat tonight. But again, thank you all so much for tuning on in. If you guys did tune in to my stream that I did as I filled in for Philly Take with RB, please, I was just going to say thank you so much for being there. Means a lot. Saw that Quentin Grimes was acquired earlier today by the Sixers. Joel Embiid is back out there as well for Philadelphia. Sixers did blow a 26-point lead in their last game against Boston. And if we look at this Dallas team, the Mavericks, they've lost 2 in a row. They got annihilated by Cleveland, 144-101. Evan Mobley had 22 points, and the Cavs made 26 threes. That's how bad it was. Sam Merrill had 27 points. And they lost to the Pistons, too, as we mentioned. The Pistons this year are actually a 500 team. They won 117-102. Cade Cunningham put up 40 against Kyrie Irving and Dallas. Hit that thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. So the Sixers, they lead at 36-31 as they go into the second quarter. Doughton Jr. will come on in for the Sixers. Surprised to see him out there. Oubre takes it over towards the left side of the elbow, bounces it to Embiid, who's at the foul line extended, gives it back to Oubre for a tray, and in and out it goes, and Oubre has to get back on defense. Exum over on the far wing. Now we'll try to take it over towards the top of the key. Now he's on the near wing, dribbles with the right hand, gets tripped up, and we have a foul called on Philadelphia. The Mavericks are 2 games above 500. They're 8 games behind the Grizzlies and about 6.5 games behind Houston. And the Rockets have had a very good year. They have lost 3 in a row, though. They're 32-17, the Houston Rockets. They did lose to the Knicks. They lost to the Nets and the Grizzlies. They played the Nets again. Here's Klay Thompson with a little mid-range J, and Oubre is the one who grabs his miss. And Council gets it in the front court for Philadelphia. Council to Embiid, who thought about taking the 3. Will try to take it over towards the foul line, and that's a foul line, or tries to go up with a foul line jumper. That's a little bit strong. And Gafford climbs up the ladder and hauls in the miss. So the Sixers have been a little bit stale in this second quarter. And really, ever since the end of the first quarter, it's been a lot more ISO basketball. Sixers trying to lock up on defense, though, as they play zone. And here is a little finger roll finish by Dante Exum, and it's too easy for him. It's a 3-point lead now. The lead was diminished. Sixers only up by 3 points, their largest lead was 8 back in the first quarter. Embiid gets the dump-off pass from Jackson. Jackson at the elbow, zips it outside to Oubre on the near corner. One more to Embiid at the top of the key, and his line drive three-pointer hit the front of the rim and was hauled in by Dallas, who can tie it with a 3 here. As Exum will try to throw it up, and Gafford throws down the little alley-oop jam, and it's a 1-point game, already a 4-0 run by Dallas. Really, it's been an 8-2 run ever since the end of the first quarter. Council gets the dump-off pass over from Joel Embiid, and Council looks to dump it back off over to Joel. He's over at the far elbow. Behind the back bounce pass to Council again for a 3. It was a good pass and a nice try by Embiid, but the Sixers cannot get the shot off that they wanted to. They couldn't get it executed at the rate that they were thinking about doing so. All right, so it's 36-35. We have Exum at the top of the key. Here's Christie for a 3-pointer. Swish. And Dallas takes the lead. It's a 7-2 run to start off quarter number 2. Jackson will get it for the Sixers. It's Jackson, Doughton Jr., Embiid, Council, and Oubre. Jackson tries to go with a little pump fake, and he hits the runner, and we're back to a tie game. Banj is back, baby! Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. If you like the vertical stream, hit that thumbs up button. If you like the horizontal stream, hit the thumbs up button as well. There's a little bit of daylight as Exum is able to get a layup off over Embiid, and it's just too easy. Dante Exum, so far 8 points, 3 for 4 from the field. Embiid will just pass it over to Jackson. Jackson back to Embiid, and now over to Oubre, and the ball goes out of bounds. It was actually in the backcourt first. As Oubre touched it, he couldn't pick it up because it was going to be a backcourt violation anyways. And so it goes out of bounds, and it's Dallas ball. We got 13 concurrent viewers over on the horizontal, and we got 5 on the vertical. Again, don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. Sixers down by 2. Exum throws it away over to Oubre. Oubre with an outlet pass, and that's intercepted by Dallas. The intended receiver was supposed to be Ricky Council. It was supposed to be a home run pass, and the pass was short, and it was Exum, or that was Olivier Maxence Prosper, who was able to get the steal. A finger roll layup is no good, and Embiid grabs the rebound. Council off to the races. Goes up for a layup. One of the foul called. Didn't get it. Thompson rebound. Outlet pass to Exum for a wide open 3. Off the mark. And an offensive board again by Dallas. Dallas starting to kill Philadelphia on the glass. Crazy. Thompson in the mid-range. He's looking to bounce it inside to Gafford. Gafford does get past Embiid, and he still can't make the layup. Oubre can't hang on to the rebound. Gafford gets it back. Here's a little 2 that's up, and it's rejected by Kelly Oubre. That was Olivier Maxence Prosper who got it. Still gets the rebound. Gives it back to Thompson for a 3, and he got it to go. And a timeout is going to be burned by Philadelphia. Not a good start to the second quarter, a 12-2 run. And Reggie Jackson and Jeff Doughton Jr. really not doing a good job in the backcourt. What else is new? And they'll be back after this timeout. Daniel's here. What's going on, man? How are you? Daniel is like all around. Like he sees every single sports content creator. Like he knows everybody that's out there. Shout out to Daniel. Shout out to Daniel. He just knows them all. He knows them all. Hardcore is also here. Now everybody wants to come on. Now everybody wants to come on here. What is up? What is up? What is up? What is up? Again, how do we feel about this game so far? Please tell us in the comment section down below. I did not like that defensive effort out there to start off the second quarter. Let's talk a little bit about that. That defense sucked. That defense was atrocious. And part of the reason why is because we were playing a zone, and the Mavericks were able to take advantage. Klay Thompson hit a 3. We also had a couple of other buckets. One was by Dante Exum. For some reason, we can't seem to guard him. Embiid is not playing any defense at all, which I find interesting. And I'm not, like, blaming him because I know he's coming back from an injury. But just wish that it was easier for him to play defense because a lot of guys are getting by him. You know? A lot of guys are getting by him. Daniel Gafford had a little alley-oop pass, and Embiid couldn't block that. Chrissy hit a three that was supposed to be Reggie Jackson's man. No good. So, yeah, our defense in the post is not good, and that's because Joel Embiid looks slow and he's getting back into shape and getting back into the swing of things, whatever you want to say. And Reggie Jackson on the perimeter is just getting exposed out there because they're taking advantage of him as a weakness. So, yeah, those are my takes so far. I'd like us to get to 1,000 views by the end of today. I really would. I think that'd be really sick. Please let me know what your thoughts are on the poll. All right, grades on the Caleb Martin trade. 25% of you say A, 42% of you say B, 17% of you say C and D as well. Keith Pompey says this is far from the start of the second quarter that the Sixers expected. They're shooting just 1 for 6 from the field, and they are 0 for 3 from three-point range. Pick it up, man. Pick it up. 5-point deficit for the Sixers. Maxey is back out there along with Justin Edwards and Jeff Doughton Jr. and Kelly Oubre and Joel Embiid for the Sixers. Doughton with a wide-open three. That's a little bit short. And Embiid tried to get the assist. It was rebounded by Dallas, who's on a 12-2 run. Thompson tries to throw it inside over to Gafford. The ball goes out of bounds off of a Sixers hand, and it'll still be Dallas ball. Reggie, yeah, I feel you about Reggie Jackson. There's Deshaun Jackson, who got to ring the bell tonight for the Sixers. Thompson will get the inbound pass. Will swing it back outside over to Gafford. A dump off to Spencer Dinwiddie, who goes over towards the foul line and tries to hit a foul line jumper. And Gafford got out-rebounded by Justin Edwards. Good jump by Edwards. Guy was about 6 inches shorter than him. Maxey dumps it off to Embiid. A little two-man game between the both of them. He'll step back and let it fly for a tray, and it's short again. Irving with the rebound. Irving spins his way out of a defensive play by Maxey. Tries to head down the lane, and the finger roll finish is good by Kyrie Irving. Still is doing it at a high level at the age of 32 years old. Already 14 points for him in this match so far. There's a shot that goes up by Embiid, and he is fouled. And he lands into a sitting position, and he'll be helped up by his teammate. And he'll head to the foul line to shoot 2 free throws. How about Kyrie Irving just spinning his way past half court as he got Tyrese Maxey jumping up and down. We're halfway done the second quarter. Embiid will head to the line for 2. He's been a very good foul shooter throughout his entire career. And the first foul shot is in by Embiid. Sixers have already burned 2 timeouts. Dallas on a 14-3 run in this second quarter. And the shots are just going on in. Boston is taking on Cleveland. That game is on TNT. It's 7-6. Boston up in front by 1 with 5:08 to go in the first quarter. The second foul shot by Joel, he can't hit that one. It's a 2-possession game, though, and there's 5:55 left to be played in the second quarter. Maxey guarding Irving. Kyrie Irving with the dribble moves, goes behind his back, hands it off to Thompson. One more for a wide-open three that goes in and out by Olivier Maxence Prosper, who is 0 for 1 from 3, 0 for 2 from the field. And on the other side, we have a foul called as Maxey is going to be helped up by Edwards and Joel. Olivier Maxence Prosper, he went to Marquette and is 6 feet 7 inches tall, 230 pounds. He's 22 years old. And this is a guy who in his last game had 10 points, 4 assists, and 6 rebounds. He had a 20-point performance against the Washington Wizards. That was 4 games ago. Embiid gets the inbound pass, puts up a 3, swish! 3-point ball game with 5:20 left to be played in the second quarter. And Joel Embiid with his first 3-pointer in a month. Again, here's Gafford tries to take on Embiid, and he has his way. Daniel Gafford with just his second bucket. 4 points for him, 3 rebounds. And he's 2 for 3, shooting wise from the field. Maxey goes behind the back, dumps it off to Embiid. A foul line jumper by Joel connects. Embiid going off. Has 5 straight points for the Sixers. And the lead is down to 3 for Dallas with 4:40 left to be played in quarter number 2. The lineup for the Mavericks, it's Gafford, it's Irving, it's Prosper, it's Marshall, and Dinwiddie. And speaking of Dinwiddie, well, he dumped it off over to Marshall, and Marshall makes a little layup, and he'll go to the line for one more. And that was off the assist by Spencer Dinwiddie. Edwards is the one guilty for committing the shooting foul. And we will have some free throws coming on up. This is just one of 7 games going on tonight in the NBA. And the foul shot is good to make it a 5-point lead with 4:24 to go. 49-46 as Maxey hits a layup. Here's a 3 by Irving on the other side, and he got it to go. 52-46. And that's the score. It's a 6-point lead now for Dallas. Maxey over to Yabusele down low, and Yabu lays it up and lays it in. A little turnaround baby hook by Gershon Yabusele. Got to extend that guy, man. Embiid tries to get the steal, and Yabu gets it, but Yabu throws it away, gives it back to Dinwiddie, a 3-on-2 situation. Gafford for a layup, good. 54-48 with about 3.5 minutes to go, and Daniel Gafford starting to feel himself. Snowman's here, what's going on, man? Maxey down the lane, tries to lay it up and in, and one! Gafford tried to meet him right at the rim, and he fouled him right on the hand, and Tyrese Maxey took it like a man. A little finger roll finish by him, too, as he tried to take it right over to the cup, and he was being aggressive, and he got fouled pretty hard on that wrist. And Gafford is going to come out of the game right now, as Kessler Edwards will take his spot. Irving leading the way for Dallas with 17 points, and Maxey leading the way with 15. The foul shot by Maxey, it's good as gold.
Excellent.
Adembona will also check on in for Joel Embiid with about 3:20 to go in the second quarter. Irving on the drive to the basket. It's blocked by Bona. Offensive rebound, though, by Dallas. The ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adembona. And a good defensive effort by Philadelphia. 30 more subs until we get to 4,800. I'm on the road to 5,000. Let's get to 5,000 if we can. We do have some free throws coming up for Dallas. And Yabusele is the one who got called for the foul. It'll be Najee Marshall who takes it to the line. The first foul shot. He can't get it to fall. And Najee Marshall, who this year shooting 30.8% from 3, and he's shooting 87.5% from the line, and averaging 10.5 points per game, which is a season high for him, or a career high, I should say. Does make the second foul shot. Sixers with good ball movement on this offensive possession. Oubre gets it. He has a little bit of space. Fires up a three-pointer off the dribble. Yabusele gets the offensive rebound, but he lost the ball. And it was last touch by Dallas. And the Sixers will still retain possession. And I think Dallas is going to challenge this. We have a timeout called. Spencer Dinwiddie is like, maybe you should look at this. And I think that that's what they're going to do. Don't quote me on that just yet, though. It's a 4-point lead for Dallas, and the Sixers and the Mavs will be back in just a little bit. Why is our chat so quiet tonight? What's going on? Why is our chat so quiet tonight? We had a lot of people on here in the beginning. What happened to y'all? Where did y'all go? Let's take a look at the NBA scores. We'll look at some of the other NBA scores. We got Celtics leading it by 5. It's 18-13 out in Cleveland. With about 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. The Rockets, they lead it by 2. It's 16-14. Houston has the lead with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. The Knicks are down by 5 to the Toronto Raptors with 3 minutes in exchange in their first period. And then later tonight, we got the Heat and the Bulls taking on one another. It'll be interesting to see what happens to Jimmy Butler for the Heat and with Nikola Vucevic as well for the Chicago Bulls. Then you got the Lakers taking on the Clippers out in Inglewood. And that'll be a cool matchup to see LeBron go up against James Harden. Luka Doncic. I don't know if he's available for tonight's game. If somebody can check that for me, I would appreciate that. Tomorrow is haircut day. Very exciting. We love haircut Wednesday. And beard trim Wednesday, too. Just watching the game. Nothing wrong with that. It's interesting going from a very, big audience to, a very, loud audience to, a very quiet audience, But I guess that's more so about, how we vibe because, I don't know. It's just interesting. I'm, constantly, scrolling through chat on RB's stream because there's so many people on there. And with this, it's well, I'm not really doing it as much, and I'm more so just talking to myself, which isn't a bad thing, but it's just interesting. 4-point deficit for the Sixers. They trail 55-51. They had a very good first quarter, honestly. And then in the second quarter, they got a little bit stale with their offense and their defense, too. Embiid is double-teamed. He hands it off to Edwards, who puts up a tray. Can't get it. And Yabusele tried to tip it out to somebody, but just mistimed it a little bit. Maxey playing good defense, but he gets called for a foul, as Irving was the one who drew the foul. He had the contact. Yabusele over his last 2 games, averaging about 24.5 points per game. And he's shooting 67% from the field and 55% from 3. Maxey tips it, and Oubre intercepts it. It was a bad pass by Dallas. Maxey's off to the races on the other side. And now is looking to try to give it up to a teammate. He backs out over towards the 3-point line. He'll swing it out to Edwards. Edwards catches for 3. Embiid, offensive rebound. Nobody could box him out. And Embiid lays it up and in. Don't know what to expect with Joel back. Well, I expect a win. Easily. I definitely expect a win from this ball club. Olivier Maxence Prosper is out there still. And there's a 3 that is not going to count. There was a personal foul called on Justin Edwards. And scratch that. It's Kessler Edwards who's out there now, along with Najee Marshall, Spencer Dinwiddie, and Max Christie, and Kyrie Irving. The difference is that the Mavericks have had 9 offensive boards. They had that one possession where they had 4, and they've had 11 second chance points. Wonder how many fourth chance points they've had. First foul shot is good. And a plethora of substitutions coming on in for Philadelphia as Oubre and Edwards, Justin Edwards, will take a seat. Ricky Council and Reggie Jackson will sub back on in. The second foul shot, got it. And that's Dinwiddie, who now has 7 points in this outing so far. 3-point lead for Dallas. Jackson dumps it off to Yabusele. Yabu to Council, and a dump-off pass to Embiid, who tries to lay it up and in. Can't get it. Second time, though, he tries to put it up and in, and he's fouled by Dallas. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe as well. Mr. Rory's here. Easy Up Gamers is also here as well. Mr. Rory, how are you? I keep forgetting I gotta go back to... I keep having to go back to that, man. Reggie stinks. The foul shot by Joel. The first one is good as gold. Next time that the Sixers will play Dallas, it'll be in Dallas, and the game will be on March 16th. It's an ABC game, and it'll be taking place at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Haven't had a whole lot of afternoon games this year. So it's 56-54. Edwards is the one who got called for the shooting foul. TV just froze. Let's see what's on the iPad. And the second foul shot by Joel is no good. Offensive rebound by Yabusele, and he's fouled. And he's going to the line. The first foul shot by him is up and in. See, now I have the iPad on standby, just for when we have the blackout. So that's nice. Sixers can tie it here with the second foul shot. Can Yabu do it? Here it is. It's up and in.
Excellent.
A wide open three by Dallas. Too easy. 59-56. That was Max Chrissy, who's destroying the Sixers. He's made all three of his trays. Can't leave him wide open. That's what you call a rally killer. Council gets it on the perimeter, dumps it back inside to Embiid, who's triple teamed, and he'll try to lay it up and in, and he does. He got past Irving and Marshall and Chrissy as well, and it's a 1-point game. Embiid outside over to, that's Dinwiddie who gets it, and he gets it to fall. Sorry, the TV froze again. 61-58 as Dallas leads it by 3. 55 seconds left to go in this quarter. All right. And Maxey gets it for the Sixers and tries to swing it out to Yabusele. Here's Embiid inside the three-point line, tries to throw it, and it is going to be intercepted again by Dallas. Another freeze, man. Come on. So Embiid threw it, and Jackson got it back, actually. Jackson puts up a three-pointer, and it's no good. Irving again on the glass, getting the rebound. Irving tries to drive it inside, dumps it back off to his teammate Maxence Prosper, and we have a shooting foul called. It'll be on Philadelphia with about 24 and a half seconds left. I just wish that the iPad wasn't as delayed as this, but we gotta bite the bullet, I guess. Fios lost its connection. I see that. I'll have to unplug the cable box. First foul shot is good by the Mavs. So they lead it by 4. Kyle Neubeck says in quote-unquote, in actual playing basketball news, the Sixers offense has looked pretty good tonight. Embiid playing with pace and power. Maxey continues to cook. But the defense has been a mess. A lot of brain-dead mistakes in early transition defense. So Dallas leads it by 5. Reggie Jackson gets it over at the logo. And they're not going to give it off to Tyrese Maxey. Don't know why. There's about half a second differentiating the shot clock from the game clock. And we have another foul called on Dallas. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe as well. and turn on those notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when we go live. It is 63-58. Embiid at the line for the first one, and he can't get it, and he pouts. Jackson will step on out, and Doughton Jr. will come back in. 18 points for Embiid, 11 in this quarter alone. Make it now. Nope, still is 11 points, and we have a little wedge as going for the rebound was Doughton Jr. and another Mavericks player, so they'll have a jump ball over at half court. Embiid, a rarity for him to miss both free throws. Just dripping with a lot of sweat. And we will have a jump ball over at the logo with about 11.2 seconds to go in the second quarter. Dinwiddie tries to tip it up, and Joel Embiid got it, but they're going to call for it again because Embiid did not jump. That took about 0.7 seconds off the clock, but they're going to put 11.7 seconds back on. So it's Dinwiddie and Embiid. Joel, obviously 7 feet, 2 inches tall. Dinwiddie, about 6 feet, 6 inches tall. And the refs are going to go over to the scores table. I don't know what's going on. They're going to have a jump ball. They went over to the scores table, and now they're going to redo it again. Jump ball is going to go into the hands of Maxey. 8 seconds to go in the second quarter. He gets past half court. Maxey lost the ball, and it's stolen by Dinwiddie. 1 second to go. The layup is up, and it is good to make it 65-58 as we go into halftime. Not a good turnover there by Tyrese Maxey. Yabusele was a little bit late. And it's a 7-point deficit as we go into halftime. Sixers do trail 65-58. And they will be back in just a few moments. All right, so let's give first half grades there, man. Embiid and Maxey combined for 34 of the team's 58 points. That's cool. But the defense has to be better. I want to talk a little bit about this this first half. I thought that in the first quarter we played really strong basketball. All right, what are your thoughts? Please comment down below. I want to hear what you guys think that we did well with in the first quarter or in the first half, and what we didn't do so well in the first half with. Thought that maybe that we did a nice job playing defense in the first quarter, and then we went away from playing defense. We went back to a zone, and that was with Reggie Jackson and Jeff Doughton Jr. coming on in. I have to owe Nick Nurse an apology. I don't know if Jeff Doughton Jr. really is better than Kyle Lowry. That's just so bad, man. It's really bad. But, look, it's nice that Joel's back out there. How do I think he's doing in this game? I think he's doing okay offensively speaking. I don't think he's hurting them. I think he's doing pretty good. Sixers are a Quentin Grimes game away from winning this. Yeah. Surprised that he hasn't played. Was he... nobody told me. Nobody looked this up for me. Was he ruled out for tonight's game? I didn't see him in the lineup for the Sixers, so I thought that maybe he would play, but I guess not. I guess he's not playing in tonight's game. So, yeah. We got to do a better job at guarding the perimeter, but I think that we need our scorers to just do something, man. I thought that we did a nice job giving the ball to Embiid in the first quarter, and then for some reason we stopped giving it to him really in that second quarter, towards the end of the first quarter, and he wasn't getting in pick and roll situations. Then he became very pass heavy, and he tried to get his other teammates involved, and it just wasn't working out. Some of the shots that we had, I thought that the ball movement wasn't so crisp at times when Joel was back out there. You figured that they were going to sort of slow things down a little bit more, but I didn't think it would be at this type of a rate. You know, I didn't really think it would be there. They moved the ball good offensively. No post defensive or rebound. Yeah, that's a good point, man. That one possession that they had where they had 4 offensive rebounds was a killer, and Kyrie made a 3 out of it. I think that was back in the first quarter. I really did not like that, and I thought that sort of defined what happened in the second quarter, and why they're down in this game right now. So, again, Embiid is not going to really be playing a lot of defense out there, and you kind of figured that. But you still would like other guys to step up on the perimeter. I did not think that Oubre was having a good day defensively speaking, and not so much offensively either. Looking at the stats, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. It just doesn't really feel like he's having a big game out there. Now, Justin Edwards is playing really well. He made 2 nice threes, but overall, just not really a good start. Rookie Council needs to be getting more minutes. I mean, he's played 11 minutes in this game, but just in general needs to be getting more minutes. Jackson's played 10 minutes, and he's a minus 11. Adembona only 3 minutes. He's a plus 3. Every time Embiid comes out, I want Adembona to play the center. No excuse. We're always leaving guys wide open for threes. We can't close out on the shooters. And we just don't know how to play zone on defense. We're not playing zone. We're not playing a good zone, I should say. We're playing a zone, but we're not playing good zones. And then when when we settle with the zone, we don't switch from man to man. We're not switching that up either. Kyrie had, I think, 2 threes in a row, and then he hit a layup. I'm thinking, well, after the 2 threes, why aren't we playing man? Why? Why aren't we playing man at that point? So, all right. Follow JJ on his socials. Yep. Make sure that you guys do that. I mean, like, that's all I really got, man. Can't really think of, like, anything else to say. If you guys have more to say, again, I know that we have a quiet chat tonight, but if y'all have more to say, please, like, comment down below. All right. I'm going to take a step off. I'm going to stretch. And I will be back. See you soon. We're back. We're back on here. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Please let us know what you guys think about today's Sixers trade for Quentin Grimes and them sending Caleb Martin over to Dallas and getting a second-round draft pick along with Quentin Grimes for next year's draft. How do you feel about that? What are your overall grades on that draft right now as you speak? Let us know down below. The Sixers are down by 7 points. It's 65-58 so far in this game. The Sixers got outscored 34-22 in the second quarter. It felt like that they were doing a nice job rolling along in the first quarter, and then in the second quarter, things sort of started to die off a little bit, man. I thought that we were getting very complacent. That was the word that I was looking for a while. Sometimes my mind just blanks, and I can't think of the word that I want to say. And then it just finally comes to me, but it's like minutes and minutes and minutes later. But we were very complacent on defense, especially early on in that second quarter. Dallas started off with like a 12-2 run, and we had a lineup with Joel Embiid. It was with, I think it was Embiid, it was Oubre, it was Doughton Jr., and it was Council and somebody else. Edwards. No, it wasn't Edwards. Oh, it was Jackson. That's who it was. So, that lineup killed us, man. That lineup killed us. Damn, I loved Caleb Martin. Yeah, I'm just happy that we're going to be able to re-sign Guerschon Yabusele to more money. And hopefully we can try to get Justin Edwards for more money too. Because I want to pay that guy. That guy is a nice ball player, man. I accidentally pressed that. I forgot that I plugged this thing in. I did. I forgot that I plugged that in. Shout out to our new equipment from Elgato, man. Elgato was not a sponsor of this channel. Even though I'd like to get them to be a sponsor of this channel because I use a lot of their equipment. But I was using the pedestal. So that was cool. Yeah, I think it was time for them to move on. They figured that he wasn't going to be healthy. He has sat out a lot at this point. And so, give him to a team that feels like that they're a contender and try to go younger. You know? Try to go younger. And I don't blame them for doing that. I think it's a good move. As long as we're able to extend Quentin Grimes. Would have liked to see him out there tonight, but I don't think that we are. But yeah. So, Robert Williams is expected to play tonight. Kind of feels like the young guys are struggling tonight because they're being asked to play a completely different game with Joel back. Yeah, I was sort of thinking about that too, and RB brings up a very good point. The other thing that you have to realize too defensively, and I'm not like trying to make excuses for this team, but because you have Joel Embiid back out there, that does change things up defensively. And we don't have Guerschon at the 5 now, so it's a different position. Okay, well, JJ, it's positionless basketball. But when it comes to playing defense and you're playing on different guys, your matchups are different if Joel Embiid is not there. So that does change things. And I don't think that we're doing a good job at staying organized on our defensive schemes. I think that whenever we try to go to a zone, we're leaving guys wide open because of the good passing and dribble penetrations. I wanted us to double team Kyrie because I figured that he was going to go off. But at the same time, if we're going to play a zone, we got to stay on the perimeter, man. We just do. All right, so let's go back to the live stream because we are ready to get started with the third quarter. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. Martin was the new Boston Strangler. Yeah, I know, but he wasn't going to stay healthy. First bucket is up and in by Joel Embiid and the Sixers. It was actually, it was. I think it was Joel Embiid. And it's 65-60. Here's a step-back three by Kyrie Irving. In and out it goes. Yabusele is the one who grabs the rebound. So actually it was Yabusele who made the layup, and Embiid got the assist. Maxey loses the ball, and it's stolen by Dallas. Maxey lost it right at the baseline. Irving at the foul line of Dallas puts up a foul line J, and he's fouled in the act of shooting. Martin was the new Boston Strangler. Yeah, I know. That trade doesn't move the needle for us, but the Luka trade set them up long term. They just need LeBron to retire or leave. Yeah, the trade does not move the needle for us, but I think that it extends the future for the Maxey and McCain window, you know? And I'll take that. First foul shot by Kyrie Irving. He knocks it down. It's a 6-point lead for Dallas. They say it's 66-60. And Irving will be at the line for one more. The foul shot by Kyrie. He got it. And it's a 7-point lead for the Dallas Mavericks. I was looking at this Twitter post about the Phillies and how they're looking for international talent. Embiid with a step at Jay. Yes, sir. Let's see those Embiid emojis in the chat. Come on. 67 points to 62. Philadelphia does trail by 5. Gafford at the top of the perimeter. He's looking to try to dish it out to somebody, but instead we have a Klay Thompson offensive foul as he's setting a illegal pick. I didn't really see it, to be honest with you. And the Sixers will get the basketball back with about 10.5 minutes to go. Let's see where this illegal screen was. And they're not going to show it. They show Joel Embiid's step back two. Embiid gets it over at the foul line. Finds Yabusele in the dunker spot, and he got it. It's a 3-point ball game. Sixers, they trail 67-64. Here's a step-back jumper by Kyrie Irving, and he nails it. Nice little shot there by Kyrie Irving. He pulls up from about 3 feet. Embiid on the drive towards the lane, and Irving got the rebound. Outlet pass to Exum, who lays it up and lays it in. And it's back to a 7-point lead for Dallas. Yabusele and Embiid having a little two-man game. Down low, Yabusele for 3. It's off the mark. And the rebound goes to Dallas. So the Sixers have got a D up again. There's a little drive by Dallas. No good. Embiid gets the rebound. Outlet pass to Maxey as they maneuver from left to right. Maxey with a floater inside, and he's fouled. And he'll head to the line for about 2 free throws. Not about. For exactly 2 free throws. Now, the one thing that I notice is that what really throws me off here is that I don't like looking at spoilers. So the ESPN thing is a little bit quick. So I try to get away from the screen, and then I focus on that, and then I lose a little bit of the action here. And then when I switch screens and when I do that, that takes me a little bit out of my focus. So I guess I just got to keep the screen up. Plus, chat's not working either. Jane's back. Where's Nick Nurse tonight? I don't know, man. I have no clue. In every class, there's always a joker. 71 points to 66. Now I'm getting distracted by chat. First, the 2 free throws are good by Maxey. Here's Kyrie Irving, who gets it back for Dallas. It's Irving, Edwards, Gafford, Thompson, and Exum, and Kyrie Irving with another jumper, and he got it. 25 points by Kyrie Irving, and the Sixers looking to try to get another answer on the other side. Yabusele over to Tyrese Maxey, And he gives it over to Joel Embiid, who goes down the lane, rolls towards the lane, and gets the finger roll finish to fall. 5-point ball game. Joel Embiid matching Kyrie Irving. He has 22, 6, and 5. Here's Gafford inside. Goes up over Embiid. Tried to get the rebound, and Embiid gets elbowed in the face. He's down on the ground. Uh-oh. It's now 5-on-4 basketball. Maxey is over at the Toyota sign, and we have a timeout called as Embiid got elbowed right in the face, and he is in some pain. He has a towel right on his face. He was down on the floor with about 8:18 to go, and the Sixers will call a timeout. Got hit in the face again, man. Sixers had to call a quick timeout, but he walked to the bench, and he seems fine. He's on his feet and heading to the bench, not the locker room. Come on, man. Wow. Ay, ay, ay. You just hold your breath every single time he's on the ground. But he is on the bench, and according to all the beat reporters, he is quote-unquote fine. And that's never a foul either. No. Easy Up Gamer says, I need more screens. Yeah, well, the issue is, and I notice this now, is if I get more screens and I'm running this off of my laptop, takes a lot of things. Plus, I'm running OBS. So, essentially, I need another computer. You know? That's what I would quote-unquote need. Do I really need another computer? I don't really think so. I mean, I'd like to get one, but there's a difference between like to get one and need to get one. Right now, I don't think I need that. It's not really in my budget right now. Speaking of budget, though, if you guys do want to donate to Play by Play with JJ, you're more than welcome to do so. You certainly don't have to. You don't have to, but if you do decide that you want to give back to the channel, you're more than welcome to hit the super chat button. You can also become a member for $2.99, and you get access to some really awesome emojis. So, but yes, Mr. Glass, that's Joel Embiid. JJ, you broadcasting the Super Bowl, or are you going out? I'm actually going to sleep during the Super Bowl. I'm calling it, man. We're doing a 12-hour live stream. I've been saying it all week. Well, actually, I really haven't. I did say it last week, but you probably missed it. Yeah, we're doing a 12-hour live stream on Super Bowl Sunday. We got a lot coming on. Embiid is going to remain in the game. But yes, Caleb and KJ haven't played in weeks, and the Sixers' perimeter defense had been pretty good before then. Here's Yabusele on the drive towards the basket. They'll lay it up and I'll lay it in. But yes, I'm going to be broadcasting the Super Bowl. Yes, for sure. I would not miss that. Do radio play-by-play on this channel. That's what we do. Exum again will try to fizzle his way towards the lane, and he gets the little layup to go. Dante Exum, the Sixers just can't put a body on him. He has 12 points, and he's been picking up a lot of the slack on the Dallas offense. Maxey gets a screen set by Embiid, and Embiid will roll over towards the rim. How about Maxey, though, putting up a step-back tray, and Kyrie Irving cleans the glass. That's his 8th rebound of the ball game. Irving inside over to Maxence Prosper, and outside to Thompson for a 3. And Embiid juggles the rebound and throws it away to Daniel Gafford. It was supposed to go to Maxey. Here's a little layup again inside by Klay Thompson. He got it and one. Gershon Yabusele with a foul call in the act of shooting, and Gershon has to be careful. That's his second personal foul. Justin Edwards, by the way, he has 4 personal fouls. I've seen a couple of plays tonight where we've made some careless mistakes on passes, and Embiid has done that a couple of times. And I know that part of it's reps, but that's why Dallas is life. Foul shot is good. Edwards looking to hand it off and dump it off over to Maxey. Tyrese Maxey with a little bounce pass to Yabusele. Embiid, one more to Edwards for a 3. Swish! I don't have a laptop and a PC. I just have a laptop, I said. I have a laptop, and I have, like, a couple of monitors. But when you're running it off of the same system, that's not so good for your laptop. And there we go. There's a three-pointer that's up, and that one is good. It's 81-73. No, they're supposed to play at 9 o'clock. For some reason, Sports Scores bot says 7 o'clock. It's a 9 o'clock ball game. Embiid for 3 on the other side. That's way too strong. And Klay Thompson comes away with the rebound. Irving again will try to lay it up and in. He can't get it. And Oubre gets the board for the Sixers. Kelly Oubre Jr. over at the foul line looking for help. Finds Edwards outside on the perimeter. Embiid to Maxey for a tray. Tyrese Maxey can't get it. Yabusele dumps it back outside to Embiid. And Joel does get fouled by Kyrie Irving. Yeah. I don't have a PC. I have just a laptop. Yeah. Any other streaming questions you guys have? I do always like to try to help other, like, potential streamers or play-by-play announcers. There's not, like, really a lot of, like, actual, like, play-by-play announcers that do this. And I'm really hoping that we're, like, paving a way for other people to do that, you know? Like, I want to keep play-by-play alive on YouTube. Oh, never mind. I thought you had another PC. Yeah, that's a lot for a laptop. Yeah, I'm not that rich. Christian Yabusele is down low on the block. Hands it back outside to Edwards. Another 3 by Justin. No. Embiid with the offensive rebound. Tries to put it up and in. Can't do it. And Yabusele, did he touch it last? They say that Kyrie Irving did, and that's Sixers ball. Sixers still alive with about 5 minutes and 38 seconds. Losing to the Mavs is just sad. I'm not really sad. Because Embiid is back out there for the first time. And it's a brand new like game when Embiid is back out there. It is. It's just like your team changes. So you figured that there was going to be some hiccups. I figured that there was going to be hiccups. And that's just the case. Embiid is going over to the bench now. 5.5 minutes to go. Yabusele throws it down with 2 hands. That's a 6-point lead for Dallas. So the lead has decreased by Dallas. All right. 81-75. And a wide open three-pointer by Spencer Dinwiddie. Can't get it. And Yabusele gets the rebound, and him and Maxey are talking to one another. And they had some words. Maxey steps back, lets it fly for an elbow J. Connects. 4-point game, and the Sixers have a little bit of momentum to them. Can they get a stop on defense? Again, it's Prosper who gets it over on the perimeter, dumps it back outside to Dinwiddie. And Spencer dribbles towards his right side, finds Marshall running towards the lane. He had a little bit of daylight, then he was able to hit the little layup. 83-77, and 4.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Tyrese Maxey crosses over a couple of times, gets it back, dribbles down the elbow, and now we'll hand it off to Edwards for a 2, and he gets it to fall. Justin Edwards with a little left-handed floater, and it's a 4-point game. Let's see the Maxies and the Edwards is in the chat. Prosper down low. Tries to hand it off to Marshall. The ball goes out of bounds, and it was last touched by Dallas. And Sixers will get the ball back. That's what you want. 83-79. Maxey at the top of the key. Dumps it off to Council for a tray. He got it. You bet. Time out by Dallas. Let's go. Nice. I like that. We got momentum now. We got the momentum now, folks. Adem Bona needs to be playing more minutes, man. I don't get why he's not playing at the backup center right now. I will still get on Nick Nurse for that. The backup center is Adem Bona. It's not Gershon Yabusele. It's Adem Bona. Play Bona. Play Bona. I'm going to start a campaign for that. Play my man Bona, bro. Play my man Bona. Yes. There's the emojis. Those are the emojis I wanted to see. And now I finally get them. Finally get them. And now my eye's bothering me. So, yeah. If you are tuning into the channel for the first time tonight, let us know what you guys think about the Quentin Grimes trade for Caleb Martin, and the Sixers also getting a second-round draft pick back in that trade along with Quentin Grimes. How do we feel about that deal? Let us know down below. Also, if you are new to the channel, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell icon too. You could also see that Nick Nurse was actually shouting in excitement when Ricky Council hit that three. So that's nice to see. I did sort of like that. You know. Respect the Reef. What's up with Klay? Dude, I don't know what's going on with Klay. He's missed a lot of wide open shots in this game too. Kyrie Irving with 23 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's been balling. There's Arthur Embiid, as Joel was holding him right before the game and raised him up over towards the rim, and he threw it down with 2 hands. That was pretty cool. But yeah, I'm not sure, but I have not been sure of anything about this season. Okay, that's fair. 22 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists for Embiid in this outing so far. Sixers got to play defense as the Mavericks will get the ball back, and we have a whistle called on Ricky Council IV. There's 3 minutes and 34 seconds left to be played. Out there for the Mavs now, it's Irving, Prosper, Marshall, Dinwiddie, and Chrissy. And for the Sixers, it's Yabu, it's Edwards, Maxey, Oubre, and Council. The inbound pass goes over to Prosper, who's at the top of the key, and now dribbles over towards the wing, hands it off to Dinwiddie. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Dinwiddie being guarded heavily by Justin Edwards. He has to turn around. He fires up a 2. It's short. Good defense by Justin Edwards. And the Sixers can take the lead here for the first time in the second half. Maxey dribbles at the Wells Fargo Center sign. He wants to cross over, dumps it off to Oubre at the top of the key, and he'll try to go down low. The layup is no good. Council saves it from going out of bounds. Maxey will try to take it towards the elbow for 2. Connects! The first lead in the second half by Philadelphia, thanks to Tyrese Maxey. Blocked layup on the other side by the Sixers. Offensive rebound by Dallas, but they throw it away. And it's Sixers ball. Let's go, baby. Wow. Maxey just hit an elbow jumper, and now the Sixers get to go back out there on offense. An 11-2 burst by the Sixers in the last 3 minutes. Maxey dishes it out to Edwards. Edwards back to Maxey. They play a game of catch. A bounce pass inside to Yabu. And here's Oubre, who runs into the lane and lays it up and in. 3-point lead by Philadelphia. 2:14 to go in the third quarter. A wide open three by Dallas. They can't tie it back. Prosper on the offensive rebound. Tries to put it up and in. Can't do so. The ball goes out of bounds. And it's Sixers ball again. Don't forget RC4 saved it. Yes, he did. And how about Kelly Oubre Jr. as well, just being the little backdoor cutter as he was able to fizzle his way down the lane, and Yabu had the nice little assist. Sixers get the ball back on offense. No AD in tonight's matchup for Dallas. Edwards with a bounce pass that gets stolen by Kyrie Irving. Irving has to throw it, and he gives it up over into the front court to Prosper. Prosper outside, and they dish it around the timeline. Irving back to Prosper for the tie off the mark. And Gafford tries to get the rebound. It lands into the hands, though, of Maxey. Good job by Edwards to try to get it back over to Maxey on that rebound. Council will try to drive it inside. Dump off pass to Bona. And Bona with a roll reverse layup. And he hits the how do you do? 5-point lead, and it's been all Sixers. Irving with a dump-off pass to Gafford for two. Not once, and he grabs his own offensive rebound, and he gets fouled by Adem Bona with 1:08 to go in the third quarter. So the Sixers definitely putting on a better clinic in this third quarter. They put up 30 points compared to Dallas's 18. Dallas not shooting the ball well from beyond the arc. Sixers have been doing a little bit better in that category in this third quarter. They were very stale in the second. And Gafford is at the line for 2 foul shots. 6 points for Daniel Gafford, 4 rebounds and 2 blocks for him in this matchup so far. First foul shot, he hits it as his foul line left, but he still is able to trickle it in. 28 people tuning in. The name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button as well. What time do I start on Sunday? I start at 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. We got 32 likes. I need us to get to 50. Come on, man. I want us to get to 700 views on this channel. I do. The foul shot is good by Dallas. Let's try to get those views up. Tell the neighbors, tell the friends, tell the family members about Play-by-Play with JJ so we can get our numbers up. Maxey steps back, lets it fly for a tray. Bingo! Another one by the kid with 52 seconds to go in the third quarter. Gafford for 2. Rejected by Bona. Council off to the races. Drop off pass to Yabu. He gets tripped up and we have a foul called on Dallas. And the Sixers with 33 points, and they've been doing it on both sides of the floor. The nice 3 by Maxey, the block by Bona, and the aggressiveness on offense. Let's go. And Yabu is at the line for a pair of foul shots with 43 seconds remaining in the third quarter. He hesitates and shoots it in stride. The first foul shot, he knocks it down. Players to score 25 or more points in 15 straight games. Tyrese Maxey has done it 15 games in a row. The franchise streak, the highest one, was set by Allen Iverson. He did it 27 games in a row. Embiid did it for 23 games in a row and for 22. And Iverson was able to do it for 15 times twice. And the second foul shot by Gershon is good.
Excellent.
93 to 85. And here's a bucket that's up and in by Dallas with about 33 seconds to go in this third quarter. And about 10 seconds differentiating the shot clock from the game clock. Maxey has it over at the logo. Tyrese Maxey with 25, 9, and 4 in this ball game. Maxey again wants to cross on over, gets tripped up, and we have another foul called on Dallas with 3.5 seconds on the shot clock. 13.5 seconds on the game clock, and the shot clock is now unplugged. Odds now for the Sixers to win are at minus 440, and for Dallas it's at plus 240. And the Sixers are indeed in the bonus, and we will have a pair of free throws for Tyrese Maxey. The 26-point bounces out. Definitely don't work on my day job. Saying it's only for certain situations. Yes, sir. We got 30 concurrent viewers on here. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. 30 more subs in order for us to get to 4,800 subscribers. Kyrie Irving will enter back in for Daniel Gafford. And Jeff Doughton Jr. will come back in for Gershon Yabusele. 35 points for the Sixers in quarter number 3. And the second free throw, here it comes. It's up, and it's in.
Excellent.
94-87. Lock up on D. See the defense is in the chat. 5 seconds left to go. Dinwiddie in between the circles at the top of the key now. Hands it off to Irving for a three-pointer. No good. And that'll wrap up the third. Sixers head into the fourth quarter. They're up by 7 points. 94-87. And when we return, the Sixers will get the ball back. All right, trivia time. I'm going to ask you a 76ers trivia question. If you get it right, you'll hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. So let's see if you guys are paying attention. All right, I just said something a little bit ago, and I want to see if you remember. How many games has Tyrese Maxey had 25 or more points in a row? I literally just said it. How many games has he had 25 or more points in a row? Let's see who was actually paying attention. Who was paying attention? Easy trivia today. How many games has Tyrese Maxey had 25 or more points in a row? Consecutive games. 16. Nope. Not 16. 25. Nope. Literally just said it. I just said it. But I know some of you guys may have gotten ads. 25, no. How many games in a row has Tyrese Maxey had 25 or more points? 8. Nope. Nope. It's not 16, it's not 25, it's not 8. One more guess. 10 seconds. 12. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I literally just said it. I said that Tyrese Maxey now has 15 consecutive games with 25 or more points. Allen Iverson, I said, had the most. He had 33. But yes, 15 consecutive games for Tyrese Maxey. Yes, that is what I said. 15, not 16. So Maxey with now 15 consecutive games with 25 or more points. Y'all got to pay attention, man. Gafford dumps it off over to Kyrie Irving. Didn't hear the question, just guessing. And there's a shot that goes up, and it goes in. 94-89. Sixers are only up by 5 now. Oubre dumps it back off over to Doughton Jr. Uh-oh. So it's Doughton, it's Bona, it's Oubre, it's Yabu, and Council in there for the Sixers. Council at the foul line will try to drive it inside and try to fold it up and in. Can't get it. And the ball goes out of bounds. It was last touched by Philadelphia, and it'll be Dallas ball. Well, it's going to be 30, so what's the point, says Jane. I don't think it is going to be 30. Maybe not. I don't think it's going to be this year. But yeah, dang, are we in school? Feels like a pop quiz. Yeah, I just asked the question, y'all. Y'all weren't paying attention. You got to pay attention. Irving gets it over on the baseline, puts up a 2, and he's fouled. I didn't even see a touch there by Adem Bona. I didn't even think he was touched. There's about 4.5 seconds left, though, on the shot clock. Who is Doughton? Jeff Doughton Jr.? He's been on the team this entire year. He's their point guard. Another backup point guard. Hey, William. What's going on, Will? Irving for the first free throw. It's up and it's in to make it a 4-point game. Doughton Jr. averaging about 3.5 points per game this year with 1.2 rebounds and 1.5 assists. I'm glad to be here to harass you. Oh, it's beautiful. I need it. I need somebody to keep me on my toes, man. Irving with the second free throw. He got it to go, and it's back to a 3-point game. Doughton Jr., 27 years old. Last time that he played was on January 28th. He's played in how many games this year? This is his 23rd game that he's played in. Yabusele gets it down low on the block, dumps it back off over to Council, who will try to knife his way into the lane, and we have a travel called on Ricky Council IV. JJ, when are you going live on Sunday? 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock is when I'm going live. Vegas, it was 76 degrees today. I can't get them all, JJ. Hey, man. What did I say about cheating? Oh, yeah. What did I say about cheating? What was my quote? I always forget. You remember it, but I always forget. Irving over on the perimeter. Dumps it off over to Prosper. Outside is a wide-open three-point shooter, and he airballed it. I mean, it was a crystal clear 3 by Dante Exum, and it was like a foot off. Literally a foot off. JJ will be live all day on Sunday. Yep, starting at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. 94 points for the Sixers and 91 for Dallas. Here's Reggie Jackson as he comes back in along with Joel Embiid. Embiid at the foul line, takes 2 jab steps. The foul line jumper, no good, secured by Daniel Gafford on the defensive glass. Bryce Harper, that was back in 2016. Never mind. Sorry, I thought that I saw that Bryce Harper was going to be on Jimmy Fallon tonight, but that's not the case. Here's a little layup that's up and in by Kyrie Irving. He hits the little how do you do. Embiid for 3 from 26 feet. Short. Council tips it into the hands of Kessler Edwards. And the Mavericks could take the lead with a bucket here. All right. And we got to stop. Exum tries to drive it into the lane. Hands it off to Irving. And Irving gets it blocked by Ricky Council IV. Council got the ball knocked loose, but he still has possession. Bona was right in front of him. He got it. Oubre to Embiid. Short passes. And Embiid tried to give it back to Adem Bona. And Bona lost the ball. And I think the Sixers are going to say challenge this, and they should. They will call a timeout with 9:12 to go in the fourth quarter. And they are indeed going to challenge this. I don't think that Bona touched it. I really don't. Let's see. Again. That's pretty close. Did it go off of Exum or not? is the question. What did I always say? It's okay to cheat, just don't admit it. That's right. When you're doing trivia, it's okay to cheat. You just shouldn't admit it because guess what? Then you look stupid. Now my allergies are acting up. Great. $35 people tuning on in. Let's get to... We have 36 likes. Let's get to 50. Come on, man. And let's get to 4,800 subscribers. Tell the friends, tell the family members about this channel. It would mean a lot to me. I'm going to continue to spread the word again on Twitter. We're coming down. We're coming down the stretch. Also, by the way, did anybody notice that the Sixers are playing Embiid and Bona together? Coming down the stretch. Tune in. Uh-oh. There we go. That's better. The call is overturned for Philadelphia, and they do retain their timeouts. JJ's alerted to the fact that the Sixers still haven't gotten KD. Oh, yeah. Dude, it's going to happen at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to have to go live at 2 o'clock. I'm going to have to turn off the Do Not Disturb notifications. And I'm going to have to wake up at 2 a.m. and go live and celebrate and have a little parade. Franklin the dog emojis in the chat. There he is. Let's see the Franklin the dog emojis. Do I think KD would fit in? I think he's a better fit than Paul George. Absolutely, I would take him over Paul George. Oubre is over at the three-point line. Sixers have the ball back. They'll dump it off to Maxey, so they won the challenge. Maxey over at the elbow tries to drive it towards the layup line. Got it to go! 3-point lead by the Sixers with less than 9 minutes to be played in the fourth. Irving for the tie. It's a three-pointer. It's short again. And Thompson saves it from going out of bounds. Dumps it back off to Kyrie Irving on the perimeter. And they swing it around the timeline. Thompson gets Oubre jumping, and Thompson's two-point shot, no good. Offensive rebound again by Klay, and another three by Kessler Edwards is off the mark. And the Sixers grab a rebound. There's been 14 offensive boards for Dallas. Maxey for three. Yes, sir! Tyrese Maxey off of the screen by Embiid, and he backed up, and so did Joel. He knew it was good as gold. Irving inside, rejected by Jackson. Maxey outlet pass to Edwards, and he throws it down with the left hand. And a timeout called by Dallas. Woo! Let's go, baby. $31-10 for Maxey. Let's go. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That Edwards dunk. We're not losing this, man. Don't forget about the hyperextended knee. This team is just so annoying. A lot of good things, though, tonight. 31-10 for Maxey, 22-8-8 for Embiid. A lot of good things tonight. Did they blow the 26-point lead? Yes, they did. Did they play against one of the best teams or two of the best teams when they lost those games and they still lost within single digits? Yes. I'm not saying that this team is a contender right now, but again, they're playing a lot better. They're playing so much better. And you got to rack up these wins. You just have to rack these wins up. Let's get our 20th win tonight. And hit that thumbs up button, man. Subscribe to the channel. The name is Jason Joseph. I go by JJ. I do play-by-plays on here. Shout out to each and every one of you. After this, we will have a little post-game show. And hopefully the Sixers get Kevin Durant. That'd be beautiful. Are we going to get a trade at 1 a.m., Grace says? Yes. Yep. I'm going to make sure that we do not have Do Not Disturb on. Wild. Embiid and Maxey ball. Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey have scored 53 combined points today, and they've had 18 assists. They've been very good, and they've been a very nice duo. All right, it's 101-93. 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. It's Najee Marshall who gets it on the perimeter. Now he's at the elbow, taking on Reggie Jackson. Just too easy, and the layup is good. Just get him out of the game, man. Come on. Get him out. Get him out of the game. We got to take him out. 101-95. Sixers looking to respond with another bucket. Maxey dumps it off to Embiid. Another two-man game between the both of them. Maxey takes it right to the cup and finishes through traffic and gets it to go. 103-95. Tyrese Maxey, give him 31 points. 12 for 18. He is from the field in this ball game so far. Sixers looking to play defense. Marshall dumps it off to Irving, being heavily guarded by Maxey. Maxey's defense is good, but Kyrie Irving's offense is better as he hits a turnaround J. And the game is back to a two-possession ball game. We got to lock up on defense, and they did there. Just better offense by Irving. Maxey gets it over in the front court, almost turned it over in the back court. Hands it off to Embiid, who rolls down the lane, and he gets a layup, and the Sixers are back up by 8 points. 105-97. We're almost halfway done the fourth quarter. Both teams exchanging buckets on both sides. It's like a tennis matchup. Irving for three. Can't get it, and a foul is called on Maxey. And Kyrie Irving will head to the line for 3 free throws. It's not what you wanted, and that is the fourth personal foul called on Tyrese Maxey as well. Do not give this team free points. 31 for the kid. And Irving is at the line for 3 free throws, trying to match Tyrese Maxey. The first foul shot is good. Somehow he got it. It hit the back of the rim and then tailed towards the right side twice. And yet it defied physics and went on in. 105-98. Foul shot number 2. It's good. And it's a 6-point ball game. There it is. Thanks, JJ. That's 4 a.m. my time. Hands are still too cold to text. I'll prepare a 24-hour stream so that way I don't miss a minute for Super Bowl Sunday with JJ. I love it. The foul shot, the third one, is good as gold by Kyrie Irving. He hits all 3. Again, a 90% foul shooter this year and an 88.5% free throw shooter throughout his whole entire career. Maxey to Embiid. Embiid down low to Yabusele, who lays it up and lays it in. Joel Embiid now with 10 assists. He needs 2 more rebounds to get himself a triple-double. Gafford outside over to Marshall, who heads down low, and Gafford with the layup. It's good. So Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid each have a double-double in this game, and it's only a 5-point lead for Philadelphia with 5.5 minutes left to be played. Who will close it out for the Sixers? Edwards for a 3. In and out it goes. And nobody could get the offensive board. It's a defensive rebound by Dallas. Irving on the drive towards the basket. He flops down like a penguin, and the ball goes out of bounds. I don't know what that means. Flop like a penguin. I don't know. But it's just something that came into my mind. Again, you figure out what, you throw something at the wall, you see what sticks. I'm not going to use that again. 5:21 left to go in the fourth quarter. Gafford again in between the circles. Dumps it back off over to Irving. And with 5:14 to go, here's a foul line J by Chrissy. Got it, man. And it's a 3-point game. Come on, man. 107 to 104. Can't get stale on offense. Maxey lets it fly. Too strong. Outlet pass from Chrissy over to Irving, who's cherry picking, and all of a sudden it's a 1-point game. Both teams have 3 timeouts left. There's 4:45 to go in the fourth quarter. We got to lock up on defense, and we got to make good buckets on offense. Embiid says, give me the ball. Foul line jumper by Joel. He backed up, should have went for the rebound, and Dallas gets it again. Christie wide open, goes down the lane, kicks it out to Thompson. This is for the lead. He got it. And Dallas on a big run over the last 2 minutes, and Nick Nurse calls a timeout. Typical, absolutely typical, with 4:23 left to go. Complacency, complacency, complacency. Okay. This team is so annoying. So annoying. He missed all night, and now he makes one. Typical, man. Don't want to be that guy, but Max Christie wasn't making skip passes off the dribble with the Lakers, says Jacob Marino. It's just, I don't care. He's in a better coaching system. I'll take Jason Kidd any day over JJ Redick as a coach. And as a player too. 109, 107. Sixers have 2 timeouts left. And Dallas still has 3. What's up, Scott? What's going on, man? If only we had KD. Come on. And we're going to get him at 1 o'clock. Watch. Maxey works around the screen. Finds Edwards for a 3. He'll bet! Edwards again rings the bell for Philadelphia. And the Sixers back out on top with 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Irving, all eyes on him, hands it off over to Christie, and Irving gets it back. Sixers got to lock up again on defense. Edwards is on him. Irving takes a jab step. Irving for 3. No good. Good defense by Edwards. Maxey got the rebound, and we have a loose ball foul called on Dallas. And it's going to be on Daniel Gafford. I think that he's in foul trouble too. Gafford with 3 personal fouls. They actually said that it was on Najee Marshall. That's his first personal foul. It's 110 to 109 with 3:40 left to be played in the fourth quarter. Sixers again are up by 1. Be prepared for a blackout here. I'm just saying. Oubre is over on the near corner. Dumps it back off over to Embiid, who finds his way towards the basket. Can't make the wide open layup. And Dallas gets the rebound. Come on, Joel. You got to be better than that. You can make those in your sleep. Irving on the drive. And we have another foul called on the Sixers. And he's going to be helped up. It's Joel Embiid who is guilty for committing the foul. 34 points by Kyrie Irving. 9 rebounds. 4 assists as well for him. So, yeah, just beware. Daniel Gafford is coming out of the game. He's massaging his left shoulder, and he's going back into the locker room. So that's a big loss. And the Sixers, I mean, you don't want to see anybody go down, but this might be an advantage for them. He is really in a lot of pain, hanging on to that left shoulder, and he squats right in front of the entrance to the locker room. That's how much pain he's in. The tie is there now, as the first foul shot is good by Najee Marshall. Don't forget to like and subscribe, folks. All right, foul shot number 2, we got it. And that makes it 111 to 110. Tyrese Maxey gets it back for the Sixers. Dumps it off to Oubre. Oubre for 3. Bang! Kelly Oubre Jr. knocks down a firework from the near wing, and the Sixers give him a standing ovation, the fans do. Thompson for a tray. Klay Thompson still has it in him. And he's able to give Dallas the lead again. It's 114 to 113. Both teams 11 for 31 from downtown. Yabu thought about taking the 3, hesitated for a second. Embiid at the elbow. He's being guarded by Prosper, and a mismatch is good as Embiid takes it to the cup. 1 point lead as we ride the seesaw with 2.5 minutes to go. Fasten the seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Let's go. Irving over on the elbow. Gets it back at the top of the key. Yabu's guarding him. Irving with a little bounce pass outside. And we have a turnover called on Dallas. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving for traveling. And that turnover is absolutely huge. Kyrie Irving picked up his pivot foot. He dragged it. Yes, he did. That's the right call. Edwards for a layup on the other side. Can't get the baby hook to fall. Irving rebound. Thompson another 3. Klay Thompson can't hit it that time. He's human. And Joel Embiid climbs the ladder and gets another rebound. And that gives him now 9 rebounds and 9 assists. I thought maybe he had his 10th assist. He did not. All right. And Maxey gets it back for the Sixers. Maxey over to Embiid at the foul line. Embiid to Maxey. Maxey steps back. Lets it fly for a tray. No good. And Oubre can't get the offensive rebound. He was jogging over to the ball. Thompson for 3 for Dallas. No good. And Oubre tipped it up and in. Oh, my gosh. He got it. And, oh, man. He tried to get the rebound, and he tipped it in. And it was just for 2 points. 116 to 115. And we have a travel called on the other side. So they gave the little tip back over to Najee Marshall. And Oubre just could not get the rebound. And he just tipped it in. Ay, ay, ay. 1:10 to go in the fourth quarter. And Prosper has it at the top of the perimeter again. Irving looking to try to give the Mavericks some breathing room, but they throw it away. And it's Sixers ball again. The ball goes out of bounds. Bad throw by Edwards. It was supposed to go to Marshall. And Jason Kidd shakes his head. Sixers still have life. Maxey at the Toyota sign. 54 seconds left to be played in the fourth quarter. 50 seconds now as Maxey still has the ball. Gives it over to Embiid. Embiid back to Maxey. What's Maxey going to do? He's at the elbow. He lost the ball. He turned it over, and it's stolen by Dallas. Edwards on the drive. Justin Edwards rejects it, though, and Oubre got the board. Yabusele to Maxey for 3. No. Embiid offensive rebound, and it was last touched by Joel Embiid. And Embiid says review it. How about Justin Edwards on the block over on the other side? And he gave the Sixers a little bit of chance. Najee Marshall tried to go for a layup, and Edwards denied him and rejected him right at the rim. Ay, ay, ay. And the Sixers, I think, are going to review this to see if it was last touched by Irving or not, and I thought that it was. Not going to lie. Maxey will inbound it, and it'll be Sixers ball. Maxey to Yabu. Oubre gets it over on the top of the key. Gives it back to Maxey. 25 seconds to go. Yabusele back down low to Embiid. Embiid with a layup. It's up and in! 22 seconds to go. Hang on. 22 seconds left, and we have a timeout called by Dallas. Ay, ay, ay. Let's go. Justin Edwards was clutch, man. Wow. Ay, ay, ay. Come on. Gotta play defense. Another nail biter. My name is Jason Joseph. I go by JJ on here. I do play-by-play for the Sixers, the Phillies, and for the Eagles. If you guys enjoyed these play-by-play calls, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell icons. How about Justin Edwards over on the defensive side, stopping Najee Marshall after a bad turnover by Tyrese Maxey, and then the Sixers were able to get some life because of that, and Embiid was able to hit a layup on the other side. Now they got to play defense. They lead it by 1 with 22 seconds left. The Sixers do have 2 timeouts to burn, and Dallas has 1. It's a nail-biter. It's coming down to the wire, and the Sixers got to play defense as Dallas will get to advance the basketball. Exum will inbound it. Maxey will try to guard the inbound pass. And let's see, can Exum get it off? He does. He gives it up over to Kyrie Irving. Irving to Marshall. Marshall at the three-point line, tries to drive it inside, goes up with a shot. Can't get it. Embiid rebound. Joel Embiid grabs the board. And with 10.3 seconds to go, he'll march down the field and go to the line for 2 foul shots. Yabu on the defensive side, rejected Najee Marshall. And Joel Embiid with a double-double. And he'll head to the line. I think, or no, Dallas has a foul to give. They did. They had a foul to give. They actually have one more foul to give, I believe, too. So scratch what I just said. 10.3 seconds to go. Oubre will inbound it over to Embiid. And Embiid doesn't get fouled yet. I don't know how. And they took 5 seconds off the clock. 5.7 seconds to go. Embiid does get fouled. And I believe he's walking over towards the foul line now. Thought maybe they had 2 fouls to give. And now they are in the bonus. All right. 5.7 seconds to go. And Embiid at the line for 2 foul shots. Can he be clutch here? The first foul shot by Embiid, he got it. That makes it 118 to 116 with 5.7 seconds to go. Dallas still has 1 timeout to burn. Joel Embiid with a triple-double, 29, 11, and 10. This is for 30 points for the big fella, for number 21. The foul shot is up, and he does not get it. And the rebound goes to Dallas with 5.3 seconds to go. And they can go for the 2 or try to go for the win. And a timeout burned by Dallas. Come on, we needed that foul shot, Joel. 47 concurrent viewers. Again, like and subscribe. I'm sure that not every one of you is subscribed to the channel. 118 to 116 with about 5.4 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. Come on, please. Hang on, man. Dallas can tie it with a 2 or take the lead with a 3. And Nick Nurse trying to dial up a defensive game plan here. And he is yelling. As he should. Sixers defense has been very strong over the last 3 possessions. You had Yabusele contesting Najee Marshall, staying on top of him. And then you had Justin Edwards staying on top of Marshall on the possession before that. 5.4 seconds to go. Dallas gets to advance the ball. No timeouts left. Exum will inbound it again. Sixers got to lock up all doors. Exum gives it off over to Irving. 4 seconds to go. Irving for a 3-pointer. No good. And we had a foul called on the floor by Justin Edwards. So they had a foul to give with 3.8 seconds left. Exum will inbound it again. And let's see, can Exum get it off this time? He does, over to Irving. Irving back to Exum. Exum gets it stolen by Embiid, and that's the ball game. The Sixers win as Embiid returns to Philadelphia. It's 118 to 116 is the final score. Let's go. Play the damn song. Let's go, baby. That was a nice win. Very nice win. Nice win, man. Nice win. I gotta tell you, down the stretch, I mean, obviously Embiid should have hit that foul shot. Our defense down the stretch, which was clutch. Our defense was so clutch down the stretch. We needed stops, and every single time we got a stop, we responded. We had to be perfect defensively down that stretch, and we were A+ within that last minute. That's why we won this game. We were very sloppy during certain moments of the game, but the bottom line is that a win is a win, and we got the W today. We did. There's a lot to talk about. How would you describe that game in one word? Let me know down below. A good win, right? And this is a Dallas team, obviously, that just traded for Anthony Davis. They were undermanned. We were undermanned again. But I thought that when push came to shove, we buckled down and we played really well when it mattered the most. Thought that our defense was perfect. I mean, like, this is going to go unsung hero, but Justin Edwards, give that man a bleeping contract right now. Extend that guy, extend Yabusele, and make sure that you do that. Everybody's going to give flowers to Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey for balling out today. I don't think we win this game if it weren't for Justin Edwards and Gershon Yabusele down that stretch defensively speaking. Those guys got 2 huge stops when it mattered the most. Oubre also had a nice little stop defensively and stepped up in the fourth quarter. Our defense was so atrocious, in the first 2 quarters, and then we played defense in the third, and then we get complacent again in the fourth, but we held them within the last 3 minutes. I think that we held them to just 6 points. That works. And we did everything that we could, so I thought our defense was really strong in those last 3 minutes. And Yabu and Edwards were why we won today. Really. So that's all I got to say about that. My MVP of this game, I think it's pretty easy to say. Let's see Embiid's in the chat. Let's see Joel Embiid's in the chat. 8th career triple-double he had tonight. Joel looked good out there today. In the first quarter, I thought that he played well offensively speaking. I thought that what he did out there, it was nice to see him out there. I thought that he did very good on the offensive side. He took it to the cup when he had to. He looked very mobile. He looked fresh. He wasn't doing too much out there. He drew fouls when he had to. I would like him to hit that free throw down that stretch. He also missed another free throw earlier in the fourth quarter, but I was expecting him to be very, very rusty in this game. He was not rusty and actually played like a star tonight, offensively speaking. You could tell that he was a little bit out of it as he was huffing and puffing some of the time, but Nick Nurse did a good job taking them out when he had to and putting him back in when he had to as well. I thought that his minutes were utilized really well in this game. And Tyrese Maxey, the partner in crime, was also really, really good in this game too. Tyrese Maxey, 33 points, 13 assists. This guy continues to be a star. He didn't even shoot that well from 3 today. 3 for 11 he was from beyond the arc, but he played 40 minutes. Embiid played 36 minutes, and yet we got the W, man. Maxey Embiid scared the you-know-what out of me. I'm going with Joel Embiid as the MVP for today because I know that he had 5 turnovers, but I really thought that when it came to his offensive prowess, I thought that he dominated in the paint. And when he had to give the ball back to Tyrese Maxey and when he had to give it up to his teammates and defer, he did that. He turned the ball over a little bit too much, especially in that first quarter. I expected those turnovers to happen, but very good. And when he had to rebound, he did. He had 3 big rebounds down that stretch, and he was able to leap up and grab those boards. So, yeah. But Tyrese Maxey, you could call him the MVP too. I wouldn't necessarily blame you for saying that either, because Maxey, when he needed to get his buckets, he did. He absolutely did. The difference of this game, when we take a look at all the team stats here, Sixers were actually out-rebounded tonight, 44-34. They gave up so many boards on the offensive side, and that really annoyed the hell out of me. But why we won this game was because we out-assisted this team. We did. We out-assisted them. We had 37 assists, and we had 64 points in the paint. That'll work. They only had 46 points in the paint. We shot the same amount of threes as they did. We shot the same percentage of threes as they did. But because we passed the ball, and we had a lot of open shooters and a lot of guys open in the dunker spot, we won because of that. Sometimes that's just what it has to come down to. So, but yes, I loved what Justin Edwards did down that stretch. defensively speaking, and what Yabusele did down that stretch too. And even Joel Embiid on the very last possession. The defense was sensational. Again, you had to be perfect down that stretch defensively if you were going to win this game, and they were. They only turned the ball over one more time compared to Dallas. But again, we had 64 points in the paint. Let's go over individual performances. We'll do that right now. And I'm going to go back to my monologue screen. Kyrie Irving had his points. He actually shot the ball very bad from 3 tonight. And Klay Thompson started to wake up in the fourth quarter. But he wasn't going Jason Tatum on us. For some reason, Najee Marshall and Max Christie off their bench at 34 points combined. Let's not forget either that another big difference down that stretch was them losing Daniel Gafford. That's a big rebounder there, man. I think if Gafford plays, we may have lost that game. Don't want to be that guy, but I got to call it like it is. Gafford was not even rebounding the ball well, but he still is a body, and he's a center, and he's been playing some meaningful minutes for them. And he got hurt with that shoulder injury. That was sort of advantage Sixers there too. So, yeah, the last 10 seconds were long, but the defense was A+ in that last minute. They got stops every single time. Good win. Very good win for this team. You got to rack them up somehow, some way. And there have been a lot of talks about the trade deadline and about what happened earlier today with Caleb Martin. KJ Martin is now sitting out, and he's going to be traded probably by tomorrow. We'll see what happens. But another undermanned start for this team where they're missing 5 guys, and yet they're 5-2 over their last 7 games. I said that if they go 3-3 over the stretch of when they played Boston, Denver, Dallas, and these next 3 teams that they play, if they go 3-3, I'm good with that. I wasn't okay with that 26-point blow, but if they still go 3-3, I'm standing by what I said. I'm fine with that. I'm totally fine with that. They can still actually go 4-2, and I'd still be very happy with that. So, one word to describe that game, folks. Let us know down below in the chat. We got 20 people still tuning on in. Scott is here. I want to hear from chat. I want to hear from the rest of you guys. Again, we have a triple-double from Joel Embiid, and he looked very good offensively speaking. Even though that they say he was a -12 out there, I still thought that that doesn't tell the full truth. Tyrese Maxey was a +18. He played well. Justin Edwards' plus-minus today was +23. How weird is that? My man played in 38 minutes. He gave you 16 points. His defense was great. Give that man a contract, dude. Gershon had 19 points. I didn't even give him his praise. He had 8 rebounds and 4 assists. And in that third quarter specifically, he went off again. Please, Daryl Morey, keep Gershon and keep Justin Edwards and put them on NBA contracts. Please, please, please. Extend those guys. Bye-bye, KJ. Whatever you have to do to get rid of him, keep the both of those guys because they've both played into big contracts for this team. So, a gritty win by this team, and they do it again at home. And, yeah, Oubre had some big plays down the stretch, too. Didn't even have the best game today, but he had a nice big 3. I'll give him that with the 5-minute mark. They needed that 3 to go up, and he gave it to them. So, good things out of tonight's game. But let's dive in a little bit more with Joel Embiid. Okay, what did we like? What did we not like? I knew that defensively, he wasn't really going to be jumping as much, especially in the very beginning. But I really was surprised offensively what he was actually able to do out there. Thought that he didn't do too much. I thought that he actually looked fast at times. Defensively, he was a little bit slow because, again, like you're jogging up and down the court and you have all those pounds on you, and that's not really a surprise to me. But when he got the ball, offensively speaking, he drew the double teams again. It doesn't matter if he can't really dunk the ball anymore or if he's not as explosive as he was when he was 25 years old. He still is drawing double and triple teams. And if you are going to be a contender, you're going to need him to be healthy, obviously. We see the package of what he can do when he even is at 70%, which he was at. I'd probably say that he was at 68, 69% tonight. And yet he gave you enough. So, I don't know. What's up, Asia? How you doing, Asia? Thank you so much for being on here. Oh, Asia, you didn't realize that you were on my channel the other day. And I saw that you were a mod on Philly Take with RB's channel, so here you go. Here you go. I'll give you the mod status too. If RB makes you a mod, I gotta make you a mod. Because that means that he trusts you. So, there you go. But yeah, nice win. Very nice win. How else would you describe this game besides gritty? One other word. Another word to describe that. Let's put up a screen share here. We'll go to the live. We'll do a little screen share. A little window capture. Let me know if you guys can see the screen. Okay, let me know if you guys can see this right over here. I will make this smaller, and yet we'll zoom on in. Why is this not working now? Okay. Let's go back. Where is it? Ugh. Now it's not wanting to cooperate with me. Really? Really? I want to go back to these play-by-plays. The screen is clear. Good. Can y'all still see this? Let's go back to this fourth quarter. I think it's Control Plus to zoom in, right? It is. Gafford makes a dunk. All right, it's a 5-point game. Kyrie Irving then makes 2 free throws. Council travels. We're saying uh-oh because Reggie Jackson is out there along with Jeff Doughton Jr. 94-91. Kyrie Irving makes another layup. It's a 1-point game. Maxey hits a 2-point shot after the Sixers challenge a play. Good job by Nurse to make that challenge there because it did not bounce off of a Dembona. It bounced right off of Kyrie Irving. And it was Sixers ball. Kept the possession alive. That's 96-93. Big shot there. Maxey then hits another big 3. And this little run here was big. Puts them up now 99-93. And then Edwards makes the nice dunk. It's 101-93. We're exchanging buckets. We go down to the 6:33 mark. And then Kyrie Irving hits 3 free throws in a row to make it a 5-point game. Yabu makes a layup. Gafford makes a layup. It's still a 5-point game. And then Christie hits a shot. And then this is where things got a little bit wonky because Irving dunked it and made it 107-106. And then Thompson hit a 3, and we're saying, uh-oh, here we go again. But then meanwhile, what happens is this rookie, this undrafted rookie, whose name is Justin Edwards, comes out of the timeout, hits a huge 3 to give us the lead, to make it 110-109. And then Najee Marshall gets fouled, makes a couple of shots, and then Oubre makes a huge 3 with 3:08 left. I said 5:12. But it was 3 minutes and 8 seconds left. And then Thompson hits a 3. And then we're exchanging buckets again. Back and forth. Back and forth and back and forth. Here we go. And then the difference comes. Najee hits the layup. Embiid turns it over. We're saying, uh-oh again. There's no way that we're going to win this now. And guess who makes the difference again on the defensive side to change the ties? The rookie Justin Edwards. The rookie Justin Edwards, man. He saved the game. He did the little things in this game to help them win. That block with 39 seconds left after Maxey turned it over. Maxey and Embiid both turned it over with like a minute and 30 seconds. Those are your two players. And yet, a rookie who goes undrafted gets a huge block down the stretch. And then Irving actually blocked Joel Embiid's layup. And finally, Joel was able to hit a layup with 22 seconds to go. And then after that, our defense was great. We held them to, over the last 90 seconds, we held them scoreless. Over the last 3 minutes, we held them to 4 points. That's why we won this game. We held them to 4 points over the last 3 minutes. And they didn't score in the last 90 seconds. They had to be perfect defensively, and they were. And that's what happened. Great win. Anybody else have anything else that they want to say? I might be up. Honestly, I don't know what's going to happen at the trade deadline. And there might be something that goes on overnight. But, again, this team is playing very competitive basketball. And they're continuing to buy me back in. I'm not fully bought back in. But I love what I'm seeing. The hustle, the intensity, and the amount of character this team has. This is what you want in any team that plays in Philadelphia. You want them to just go out there and give it their all. You still didn't comment on why they inbounded to Embiid when they knew he wouldn't get fouled. I don't know what that means. They inbounded it to Embiid down the stretch. They did, but they had a foul to give, and then they inbounded it to him again, and he made the first foul shot, missed the second one. And that was it. They gave the ball to their best player. They did. They inbounded it to him. He just didn't make the second foul shot. They did it to him like 3 times, and then they turned the ball over with like 49 seconds to go, or 1:21 to go. And then Maxey had it, and Maxey was going to give it back to Embiid on the next possession, and they turned it over. So they tried to give it to the big fella every single time when they needed a bucket. So, yeah, that's what happened. When they knew he would get fouled. I know water's under the bridge, but it's still questionable. No, you want to give the ball to the best player. And Joel Embiid has been known to making a lot of free throws, and he's the guy. You got to give him the ball. He is a good free throw shooter. He's shooting what, like 88% throughout his career from the line? Like, for a center, that's really phenomenal. He makes those free throws. I've seen him go 23 for 27 from the line. I've seen him go. I remember one game where he played against Milwaukee. He went like 27 for 27 from the line. Like, he's a very good free throw shooter. You want the ball in your best player's hand down the stretch, and they tried to give it to him. Unfortunately, though, he went 1 for 2. But he's a very good foul shooter, especially for a center. So, I put that wrong. I didn't think he was a good foul shooter. Oh, he's a great foul shooter. Joel Embiid's always been a very good foul shooter, especially for a 7'2" monster. That's like, it's the one thing that Shaq couldn't do. Pull you back in, says Neil. Again, I'm not back, but I'm happy with how they're playing. I'm not going to lie. I want to see how Boston ends this game because they were up by a lot of points. Boston, I think, was up. Their biggest lead was 20. They're about to blow a 20-point lead to Cleveland. Shall we see how that game ends? Shall we actually see how that game ends? I'm kind of curious. I would like to see Boston lose because I hear, in RB's chat the other day, I'm listening to them just gloat about how great that team was when, again, they came back from 26 points against an undermanned Sixers team. Let's see how that game ends. I'm kind of curious now. Porzingis tried to go up with a 2 and he's fouled. What's there, 90 seconds to go? I'll just have it on in the background. But yeah, nice win. A very good win by this team. Thought that the lineups were pretty good. I still can't understand why Adem Bona and Joel Embiid were out there at the same time in the fourth quarter. That part doesn't really make sense to me. But overall, I didn't really think that the lineups were that egregious. Sixers guard Tyrese Maxey has extended his career best streak of 30-point games to 6 in a row. Come on. All right, Boston. Looks like they're about to win this. 1:13 left. Cleveland still has 2 timeouts left. This might be the dagger here. Well, Tatum is at the top of the key. Puts up a elbow J. No. Cleveland still has life. It's 109 to 100. They got to hit a 3 here. Garland for a tray. Got it. And 1. Wow. Okay. All right. And 1 for Darius Garland. Okay. Wow. But yeah, nice win. Very nice win by this basketball team. And where does this put them in for the play-in tournament? We'll look at that right now, too. So Garland is at the line for 1 more free throw. I'm not even going to look at it. Garland's foul shot is good. He got it.
Excellent.
109-104. Can Boston really blow this? Again, they just need like 1 more bucket, and that's it. Derek White inside over to Pritchard. Outside to Horford. Tatum gets it back. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Tatum tries to go up with a layup inside. That's no good. Pritchard with the offensive rebound. Throws it away, though. And the Cavs have the ball. Wow. Mobley on the drive to the basket. Throws it back to Jason Tatum. And he's fouled. Why would they do that? Do I think that we should get rid of Drummond? Yes. Absolutely. Try to get off that contract. Adem Bona is the guy moving forward, man. He's the better rim protector. Even right now. Wow. But nobody wants him, maybe for a first-round draft pick. Well, that's why you gotta give him in a package, dude. He's gonna have to go in a package. You're gonna have to give up. If the Warriors want Paul George, you give him up in that deal. You say, here's Andre Drummond's contract too. Maybe we can get back some more depth pieces. I'm surprised you didn't trade Embiid for Luka. I would have done that deal too. Even though Luka also has injury problems and taking care of his body, he's younger. You know? All right, so the Celtics will inbound it. Cleveland still has, 2 timeouts left? Tatum's looking to inbound it. And he throws it up over to Porzingis. They play keep away. Holiday gets it. Pritchard now gives it back over to Tatum. They just can't foul. And Tatum finally gets fouled with 15 seconds to go. Who do you think that we're going to have to give up for KD? Well, Paul George, Andre Drummond, the second-round draft pick that we just got, and probably Eric Gordon. If we have to give up Maxey, he's the only one that's untradeable. The only guy that's untradeable. Tatum's first foul shot off the mark. Tatum can't make the first free throw. It's 109 to 104. Boston only up by 5. If he misses this free throw, the door is still open. The second foul shot by Tatum is up, and he got it. All right, it's 110-104. Timeout by Cleveland. Still a game, though, technically. It still is a game. Definitely not giving up Maxey. I was thinking of a 3-team trade. If you're gonna go get Kevin Durant, you're gonna have to give up Andre Drummond, Eric Gordon, Paul George, and probably I don't know. Who else is on the team? I can't even think right now. I can't even think. Let's see. Let me go back to this. All right, who else is on our team? I literally can't even think. Andre Drummond, Tyrese Maxey, Eric Gordon, and Paul George. That's it. That's why this time of the NBA season is so funny, because after the All-Star break, there are no more excuses and your cards are just on the table. This is before the All-Star break. That's even crazier. This is before the All-Star break, and we're not even after the All-Star break. Teams usually would ask for maxey. Well, did they ask for... Did the Spurs... did the Kings ask for Devin Vassell and Chris Paul? I don't think so. Did they ask for Stephon Castle when they traded? No. Well, when they traded for De'Aaron Fox, no, they didn't. The Lakers just got Luka, man. It was Luka straight up for Anthony Davis. That's it. It was just a swap. Take Reggie and Kyle, too. Well, then we're going to have to get a guard. If we're going to, as much as I hate to say this, if we get rid of Kyle and Reggie, we're going to have to get a guard. So, here's Niang at the foul line. The first foul shot is good, and it's 110-105. Kristaps Porzingis will come back in. So, Boston fouled George Niang as soon as he got it inside. And now if you're Niang, I think you're going to have to miss this one intentionally. George is looking. Come on, former Sixer, man. Niang at the line. The second foul shot. No good, but it goes into the hands of Drew Holiday. And he's fouled with 12.4 seconds to go. You better protect McCain. Yeah, I'm trying to build around maxey and McCain. Trying to build around that, man. And Daryl's not going to trade him. Daryl won't trade Jared McCain. I would be shocked if he did. I'd be so shocked if he traded McCain. First foul shot is good by Drew Holiday. It makes it 111-105. Lakers play the Clippers next. Rockets are only up by 4. The Heat are only up by 4. Butler's going to get traded. The second foul shot is good. It's 112-105. Niang dumps it off over to Garland. Garland outside to Mitchell for a three-pointer. Off the mark, and that's going to do it. So the Celtics escape, and they hang on in Cleveland. And they're now 20-6 on the road this year. That is a huge win that they had against the Cavs. All right. So Boston is now 4.5 games behind the Cavs. And the Cavs end their 4-game winning streak. So, but yeah. That's it. Too bad. All right. Well, I wanted to see how that one ended. I can't believe that basketball players go out for so much from torn whatever, and NFL players have surgery and come back 2 months later at the most. Tell me about it, JJ. I can't believe that Paul George is out with a pinky problem for like 5 games, and meanwhile, you see hockey players like Sidney Crosby get like elbowed in the face and like lose 2 teeth, and he's back the next game. I said it. When did that happen? Was that this year? No. But that's what goes on. Yeah. That's the type of league we're in. Hockey players can literally get hurt and like break their nose, and yet they're still back. They still come back. Like maybe they're back like 1 or 2 games afterwards. But the NBA, it's not like that now, man. That's the truth. And they're making more money than hockey players. Yet they play the same amount of games. They travel. It's crazy. It's really, really wild when you think about it. One of the guys that, I covered, like, for hockey, literally was, off the ice, and he had to, like, go into the locker room, man, and he injured his leg, was out for the rest of the game, came back the next week, and he still played, man. Paul George injures his pinky. It's not even broken, and yet he's out for 5 games. Crazy. Absolutely wild. JJ, you doing Flyers games after the football season's done, and after I'm done with Villanova? Yeah, I will. All right, I'm going to wrap it up. I love you all, and I will see you all tomorrow. And obviously, we'll be on the lookout for any sort of trades that go on for the 76ers. Triple-double by Joel Embiid in his return. Justin Edwards continues to be fearless and trustworthy. That's the truth. Lila Tov, good night. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace out.